Welcome, welcome, welcome to Alley Top Files. I hope everybody's doing great today. It's going to be a big one today. It's going to be large. It's going to be, get your notepads out. Look at my thumbnail. It's not just one country, several. We're going to track his footprints, where he was, and what he was doing, and how he was in danger. So everybody, come on in.
Welcome in, everybody. Happy
Welcome
Sunday.
in. Welcome in.
Hope everybody had a great weekend.
Yes.
And you're relaxing on this Sunday evening.
Yes.
As Ali said, it's a big episode.
Yes.
We'll try to bring you the information in a way that makes sense
Yes.
To the best we can. And if we can get through it quick enough, we'll do some questions afterwards. We'll try to get through the information first. We're going to try not to stop too much. I know it's a little bit of a switch up to how we normally do things, but
I might get a little bit, riled up and angry and stuff because I'm loading the show, which it was a lot. I've been busy all day. It's just all these countries are so involved with what Charlie KIRK was doing, and it's just irritating me. So I want to just. This is obviously not just going to be I'm going to be talking about South Korea, Greenland, Ukraine, France for a long time. They are all, and overseas.
Yeah.
The overseas people.
Yeah, this is actually the time frame that nobody's actually covered. They cover, what he was doing with Turning Point and, problems with donors. That's what was covered a lot in 2025. People have covered that timeline pretty well, but nobody actually covered what Charlie was doing overseas, what was being involved there, the countries that he was in, and the situations that he was put in at the request of Donald Trump, as it appears.
I'm going to pour into you guys. Like, you guys are going to need notepads, a bucket. I don't know. You're going to need a lot. So just try to stay with me. And I know new people are going to come in and I'm like, what's happening? Well, I'm not going to be able to go back and tell you because this is going to be too much for me to repeat over and over again. So
it'll get confusing if somebody recapping.
Somebody does come in, mods, please tell them what the recap is. Lots of countries involved. All right. Yeah. So I'm just going to start with something that I kind of made. I think I put it online, but we'll start with, because he did take a flight to California to go to South Korea. That's how it all started. So I'm pretty sure he probably met up with Rob McCoy, but
good chance because
haven't told Anna that. I haven't told Anna that yet. So yeah, he did fly to LA. Then he took the flight to South Korea. So that's how this whole thing started. But there was stuff before that even happened. We all know about the Hamptons. We know about the conversations he had about Greenland. Maybe you guys don't know, but I will inform you. So let's go. Let's get into it. Let's go.
So where does this crazy continuation of this story we started on the last live start here, hon? Where are we starting?
Oh, man. Well, I have him holding a receipt. And if you can read it, it says truth, freedom, courage, faith. Darn it. What's the other one? I can't see it. My glasses are not on. Guys, can you read it? Anyways, it is there.
And that was the last receipt he ever cashed.
Well, it says truth, freedom, courage. I don't know why it's not showing here. Why does it come out blurry when you try to upload it? Anyways, anyhow, I had a whole list of it's kind of like what he gave up for his life.
Yeah, what he traded his life for.
Those are his. You're going to be retooled, all right. You're going to be retooled and tooled and all those sorts of things. So yeah, courage is in there. Courage, faith, truth. But there's other stuff at the bottom. I don't know why it went blurry on me. But anyways, I will fix that after. So let's start off with this little video I made. He's in South Korea. The woman is preying on him. Her name is, I think, Mina Kim. Yeah. And we'll start with that, and I'll explain it after.
So we're going to show a little bit of stuff from our previous episode. That's what Ali's going to do here, just for a teeny bit of a recap so we don't have to explain the last episode, guys.
Yeah.
Everyone, let's pray for Charlie here today that God will protect him until the end and use him to expand God's kingdom until the end. Protect him until the end and use him to expand God's kingdom until the end. Use him to expand God's kingdom until the end. That's why we're going to win.
Have speeches that no one's heard of. We have interviews that no one's heard of. We have stuff from Korea and Japan that no one's heard of.
I haven't heard of it either because you haven't put it out, Miss Kirk. I would like to see the last things that he said, that Rob McCoy said, that he said about South Korea and Japan. I haven't seen those. I'm getting snippets from the internet, but you have so much and you're happy. You're really happy about South Korea and Japan. And we haven't heard of it. Can you let us know what it is?
Yeah. And were those countries happy
and
with what happened?
And where was she on the 4th to the 7th? Was she with him? I don't think so.
Doesn't appear to be. At least we haven't found a record of it.
No.
So where was she?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Don't know where she was from the 4th to he arrived on the 5th really early in the morning, like 5 a.m. or something. So he had to have got on a plane. I'm assuming allegedly the 4th, but here she's very excited talking about all the speeches and stuff that no one's heard of.
Yes. So, I mean, in the words of my husband, buckle up, because there is a lot of content to be had. And we have so many amazing things down the pipeline that we are working on currently that will.
Yeah. I don't know why that paused. Let me play it again. What happened here? Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Technical issues, always with StreamYard.
I think it's just we're under a literal YouTube attack.
Are we?
Crazy. Well, starting like a week ago, we've had nothing but technical issues, and we were flawless for like 11 months. So I don't get it, and we've changed nothing.
Everyone,
I apologize, everybody.
Sorry, guys.
So obviously they're praying over him. Here we go.
Have speeches that no one's heard of. We have interviews that no one's heard of. We have stuff from Korea and Japan that no one's heard of.
Podcasts.
So, I mean, in the words of my husband, buckle up, because there is a lot of content to be had. And we have so many amazing things down the pipeline that we are working on currently that will
unveil in due time.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
And so,
and by the way, those are things Charlie himself
that he wanted.
It's a picture with Charlie and a pastor in South Korea.
Right.
Can you tell the audience what is, because you were there, what is happening?
So the pastor in the picture with Charlie is a man by the name of Pastor Son, who is ex-Korean Special Forces. He's married with 3 kids. You know, you can't fake good kids is what Charlie used to say, and his kids are amazing. His wife is amazing. And he pastors the largest church in Busan, South Korea. It has about 15,000 congregants. He was the only pastor to stay open during COVID. They threatened him. They tried to sue him into oblivion by lawfare. And then when they tried to enforce, transgenderism and the whole alphabet soup on the church, he stood in opposition, and millions of people marched in all 5 major cities in South Korea as a result of this man. And so when this new regime took over, they came right after Pastor Son, and we were in that picture where I'm in the room. I'm watching Charlie standing next to him. Pastor Son said, "It's likely I'll be arrested." And Charlie said to him, "If you're arrested, I can't speak on behalf of our government, but myself, if you're arrested, I'm going to call the Secretary of State. If he answers, I'm gonna make sure he hears this." And he said, "I'll do everything I can to get attention to this." And Pastor Son, he said, "Thank you." And he was so grateful to Charlie, and he was so grateful for him inspiring these youth to stand for freedom. And of course, we landed on Monday. My phone blew up and Pastor Son was in prison. Charlie called me. He said, "Get me all the information in regards to what he's being charged with and where he's being detained." I got it all to him. I got the videos, and he said we're gonna feature it on my program. And as you know, a bullet took our friend's life, and I just committed to Charlie in my own heart.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm going to support Pastor So. I'm leaving Thursday. I'm flying over to take his pulpit because he's in prison, and I'm gonna
taking 2
I'm gonna
pulpits.
go there and just contend.
2 of them.
And I don't care what they do.
Taking 2.
If the world doesn't wake up, that when you start raiding churches and imprisoning pastors, and you South Korea thinks that we can lose, America will lose 36,224.
Taking 2 pulpits because Charlie's not here. So now he's going to do the thing for Charlie and go to South Korea 15 days after, not stay not go to Arizona or help the family. But his first thing was, I got to go to South Korea.
Yeah.
What the heck? Why? No.
It's like he had to go back to clean up a mess that maybe was started over there before Charlie died.
Yeah. So the pulpit means like he's, the pastor's in prison on September 8th and 9th. He got detained and then he went to prison. And then Charlie KIRK obviously is not here to help anymore. So he said he's gonna take that pulpit and go speak on behalf of the pastor that's in prison. But I said too, because also Charlie's not here either. So
yeah. And the reason, do you want to talk a little bit about the exact reason the pastor was jailed? The exact reason why. So did you want to talk about that, or do you want me to just touch on it quickly?
We can finish the video and then touch on it, because I do have it in a screenshot somewhere.
Okay,
He
good.
was doing the interview with the selfie thing. Yeah, I know.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
U.S. personnel to stop the Chinese from invading you and set that 38th parallel, and you're going to do this? You're going to infringe on religious liberty? No. So I'm going over there.
He went.
Korea needs freedom, and the church is the soul of this nation. It's time to stand for truth regardless of the consequences.
한국은 이 자유가 필요합니다. 그리고 교회는 국가의 양심입니다. 그 대한민국을 지키기 위해서 기독교인들이 일어서야 합니다.
I used to laugh at this. Now I'm angry.
Yeah.
I'm really, really angry that he went there, that he's, using the same shirt that Charlie KIRK passed away in. Now I always think in my back of my mind that Charlie walked into UVU wearing that freedom shirt because Korea needs freedom, and the pastor went to prison on the same time frame that Charlie was trying to get him out of prison on the 8th and 9th. And then the next day he's at UVU wearing a freedom shirt. So I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but this just doesn't sit with me well now. I used to laugh at this, and I used to I got to go figure out what's going on in Korea. And I am, because, he just got out of prison.
Yeah, and Rob's being very manipulative with everything here. Like, we used to laugh at this, and it's actually utterly disgusting now. He is lying to all these people, right? He's trying to tell them that they don't have religious freedom. I've looked at their constitution. They do. So this is manipulation.
They have freedom already.
And he's trying to, with those words there, it's time to stand for freedom regardless of the consequences. They have religious freedom. They have freedom of speech. This is manipulation into an insurrection, a political and religious insurrection.
And why do you care so much? Why do you care to go to someone else's country to put politics in religion? Like, why? Or government in religion? Why?
Korea doesn't merge their politics and religion the way we do in the West. They don't do that there. Mm-hmm. So this is not okay. This is really not okay. If a Korean citizen did this, they'd be arrested. If a foreigner did this and they stayed there and the government chose to prosecute them, they could prosecute them. They could prosecute Rob for saying this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. He said when he was flying down there, he doesn't care. He doesn't care what happens to him.
Yeah.
But I think he was protected in some way, in some reasoning. I'm like, because Charlie KIRK just passed, and he flies right away down there. And, he talked, this whole thing is about 20-minute clip, and I'm not playing the whole thing. I think I have it up on my YouTube somewhere, but he talks about Mikey. He talks about politics. He talks about religion. He talks about everything.
And
Charlie.
And that's the thing. They don't merge
in a congregation in this guy's church in Busan.
I know. And that's the thing that they don't do there. You don't merge politics and religion. I think it was Article 20 of the South Korean Constitution, 20 and 21, I think.
Yeah.
They don't do that there. What you're doing is very wrong. And a leftist regime is in charge of the government now.
Yeah.
And he is speaking to a far right regime there.
Okay, and the rest of the video is just like his Charlie Kirk's voice, like talking behind some pictures. I'll just play the rest of it.
It is a joy to see what we've been able to build in America come to South Korea. This is an amazing country that you should be proud of. And there is a sacred relationship between the United States and South Korea. America stepped up to help fight communism here on this peninsula. That bond is now grown over the years into one of shared purposes and now a shared future of freedom and liberty.
Okay, so that was just my little snippet video.
Yeah, so that's a little backup of or a catch up of a little bit of the Korean stuff. And I noticed the last picture you had up, Paula White's in there.
Oh yeah, the whole White House is in there. Yeah,
I missed that first. I missed that first time around. I didn't realize Paula White was actually there.
Delete that one because I already played that one. Okay, so here we go. We will start. Okay, so now this is August 2025. Trump is speaking about South Korea, and Charlie Kirk's about to go there. So let's look at this timeline of this video. What Trump is saying.
Everybody before me is happy what I'm doing. Most of you won't say that because you're
going to hear it in a minute.
Yes.
Could you please elaborate on your post on South Korea? What were you referring to?
Well, I heard that there were raids on churches over the last few days, very vicious raids on churches by the new government in South Korea, that they even went into our military base and got information. They probably shouldn't have done that, but I heard bad things. I don't know if it's true or not. I'll be finding out. As you know, your new president's coming in just a couple of hours, coming here. I look forward to meeting him. But we won't stand for that. We just won't stand for that.
So, South Korean president's coming there in a couple hours when he did this press conference.
Yes, and this would be, I would assume, if the timeline's correct, this would be the left-leaning new president because the regime just changed there.
The date's right there. August 25th, 2025.
But,
just a week or two before he goes to Korea.
Yes, and I'm thinking, and that's what I'm saying, in South Korea, at this point, the new president that's coming over, I believe, is the new leftist regime leading president, right? And they're talking about the problems over there would be the Korean radical right's attempt to blend politics and religion in some, I have to be careful how I say it.
Yeah.
In an alleged heated moment, I guess I will say.
Yeah.
Or uprising, I guess.
He said he's going to find out, though. What he means by that is Charlie Kirk and the crew is going down there.
Well, this is also the thing. He's like, oh, I heard they went into our military base. I don't think that was too nice. Dude, oh, come on. If they went in there, there would be some serious problems. I don't think he'd be so cavalier about it. And would a military base just be unguarded for just civilians just to run in? Like, I don't know. I don't know. That just seems weird. We haven't found any information about that, but that just seems really weird, guys.
But I just thought this was interesting on the timeline.
Yes.
You know, very important timeline. Charlie Kirk's about to go there in a couple weeks, or less than 2 weeks, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So he's about to find out, he said. So how's that so? Was there, like, are we going to South Korea just to, talk about religion and politics, but do something else too? Like, did they go down there to do something else too? Because I have who all went down there on film. I have Mikey, the security guards, Blake Neff, Rob McCoy. Was there somebody else? Brian Harpole and Dan Flood. Yeah, those guys.
Of course they were there, eh, guys?
Yeah, they were there in both Korea and Japan.
Yeah, does that shock you guys?
I don't think so. I don't think so. What were they doing?
We know what they were doing.
Ugh. Okay, so this is kind of like my little timeline. I don't know if anybody can see it. Charlie Kirk's timeline. If you can't, I apologize. I have to bring it up closer, maybe. This just gives you a bit of an idea where he was. So build up Korea, 5th to the 6th. He talked to the pastor. About the pastor reported to Charlie Kirk, I could go to jail for this. Platforming him and mixing politics with religion. Kirk reported, he responded, I will do everything I can in my power to talk to Trump if that happens. It happened. Now, yes,
while
yes.
you're on that, you didn't give the specifics on exactly how the pastor got arrested when we moved on. Do you want to do that right now since you just touched on that?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, okay, I can do it. So basically, they have a little bit of a fine line between politics and religion there, and basically Charlie was trying to get him to start doing political videos from his church or vice versa. And that's exactly what he did. He made a video talking about politics from in the church. Is that right? Was that how it went down, hon?
Yeah, he did like a selfie video.
Yeah. So then he did that and posted it, and he was arrested shortly after.
And he told Charlie here, like, I'm going to go to jail. I am going to go to jail for this. And he said that he'll do everything in his power. So then Charlie Kirk leaves South Korea, and he goes to Japan, Tokyo, Japan. Here. This is important. Japan. He appears with Japanese Conservative Populist Party at the Sansenito, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and discusses immigration, nationalism, and globalism. What in the world is he doing there talking about these things? Oh my God, so dangerous. Danger here. Yeah. Let's continue.
And the Sansito is, if I'm saying it right, I apologize if I'm not, is again a far right-leaning establishment, but the political and religious makeup of Japan is extremely complex, and I don't know if we can go into a lot of that this episode, but we may on another one.
No, but this is just a timeline. You guys can look at it. It's then he returns back to the States. He asked Rob McCoy, because he's now gone to prison. He asked Rob McCoy to give me all the stuff. He does, and he actually gets all the stuff, and he starts talking to Korean officials and to the Trump administration regarding this pastor. The next day was the faithful day.
Now he's gone.
Now he's gone. September 11th, Macron calls the South Korean president. That's kind of weird. What was that conversation about? I don't know.
Actually, we do have some indication about what that conversation was about. Do we have that?
It just says right here, discuss bilateral ties, AI, defense, Korean Peninsula, UN Security Council, etc.
Yeah, and some of those things that were being discussed were like quantum mechanics and intelligence, stuff like that. And I believe they did make some official arrangements. And you might wonder why this is going to come into play. It will, once he starts touching on the French Greenland connection.
Yeah, right here.
And it's odd that Macron reaches out, a couple days after this insurrection, and then Charlie's dead. Now he's reaching out to South Korea to make some deals.
It's kind of weird, and
and not small deals, and big deals.
And Joe Kent is trying to, and his team, pursue a foreign involvement ties, TIES, not one country. So, but he got shut down. Remember that. So that's important as well. And also everything's connected here. You guys can just like screenshot this and look at it. Do whatever you want. I'll leave it there for a second. Blah 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 blah. Next page. This is his potential networks and connections. Oh my God, it's a lot for Charlie Kirk. Like, look at this, guys.
This is all what Charlie was involved in.
Look at this.
That nobody's actually covered. They're all about the Hamptons meetings and Turning Point stuff. This is what he was doing around the world leading up to his passing.
We got South Korea, Japan, which in my theory, these two need to be investigated because that was his last days of life.
Yes.
You know, his interactions, emails, travel records, what he was talking to about the Korean officials. Who knows if he talked to Macron? We don't know.
There's actually a chance he might have.
We don't know.
During his stop in Greenland. There's a chance.
So here is the timeline. I mean, sorry, here is the timeline for his networks and connections. You guys can screenshot this. Also, a little bit of Poland involved here. Greenland, we'll discuss that in a moment. I'll show you why. People are like, why is Greenland involved? Well, we'll get into it because these two here and Trump, obviously, and Charlie Kirk is very close with Trump. I'll get into it in a second. So also overseas is in this whole entire thing as well. I don't have Ukraine in here. It was kind of low on the scale, but it should be in here. I don't know why it's not in here. It's in my other one. It's in my other one.
Well, maybe with new information, it became a teeny bit less relevant, maybe.
Yeah. And this is just another diagram with, don't forget Salem Media Group is now bought out by Waterstone. So,
yep,
yeah, it does say that right here.
And I was just going to say, and you made sure to add that into this slide.
Yeah. All right. This is just like on a scale of 1 to 7. How allegedly, everything's allegedly here, and I'm not speculating anything. I'm just going on what my paper is saying. Okay. So South Korea ranking the highest for investigative relevance. Japan would be second because he returned from the United States, placing Japan directly inside the final overseas itinerary. Plus, he was doing an Asian tour. I don't know if you guys knew that. Was he supposed to do something else after Japan? I don't know.
Well, that's also a thing. So I'd forgotten about that until you brought it up. He was supposed to do an Asian tour, but where's he going?
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't be going to China. He wouldn't be going to North Korea. So where else is he going then? Would it be like, I don't know, Philippines? Would he be going to Taiwan? Like, would he be going to Burma? Like Thailand? Like, where was he going?
Well, he was doing an Asian tour, is what it said.
I know. Or is it like South Asian? Was he going to India or Pakistan? Like, I don't know.
So in scale of 1 to 7, these are the ones that need to be. And maybe Joe Kent was doing this. Maybe he was, trying to find out what happened in these countries, and it should be investigated. And why did it get shut down? The question is why.
And you're right,
Why?
because when he said he got stopped from investigating into foreign entanglement, he wasn't quite sure it was just one place. Like, he said foreign entanglements, I believe. So that is very, very odd. And it's the one guy who could have actually shed some light on this. You know what I mean, guys?
Yeah.
The one guy in the position who actually gave a crap and knew Charlie, who would have had the connections to figure some of this shit out. It's crazy, guys.
Yeah. And, all revolves around geopolitics. Like, he was heavily involved, Charlie Kirk. I think he got himself in some kind of pickle. So South Korea, highest relevance. Japan, obviously. Our overseas here, somewhat it's moderate. I don't know why. But anyways, do we have it all wrong? Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. But he did say he was leaving the pro blah, blah, blah cause, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Remember he said that? So that has highly relevance. And then France, Macron was involved, US, France, Ukraine security discussions shortly before Kirk's Asian trip. All right, so that's important. Macron later spoke with South Korean president on September 11th. No direct connection is established, but we don't know what happened there in that phone call. And then Ukraine is number 5. Ukraine was part of the, and and Charlie wasn't for Ukraine, right?
No.
So that causes friction with Macron and the Greenland thing and the Ukraine thing. Friction. We got some friction here. And then Greenland, Denmark. I'll get all into this. I'm just doing 1 to 7. Hey, maybe this is not the highest relevance in foreign involvement, but I'm putting these two up here because we haven't investigated this. Then this would be number 1, maybe. Then this. this would be number 1, number 2. But if we investigated this, this could be low on the totem pole. But that's why I have South Korea and Japan first, if that makes any sense. Moving on. Obviously, we've showed this before. The countries that don't have without a central banking system, right?
Shocking.
Yeah, we went over that. And just want to show you guys Build Up Korea 2025. Oh, who's this?
Oh.
Who's that?
It's the weasel himself. Hello, Pasabik.
He was there in 2024.
Along with Donald Trump Jr.
Yes.
Donald Trump Jr. Accompanied Jack Posobiec, or maybe he accompanied Donald Trump Jr. To South Korea before Charlie went there. The year before, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe it was to help Mina Kim with infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Steve Bannon too, and I see Maureen Bannon's here.
Yeah.
Will Federer.
Yeah, Will Federer. Great group of people.
Gotta check out these two because I don't know. Anyways, Rob McCoy's on the advisory board of Build Up Korea.
So he's on the advisory board of a political and spiritual operation in another country where they don't welcome political and spiritual collisions.
And they're bringing that there. Isn't that a little bit
forcefully?
Pushy, maybe? Maybe they didn't like it?
Well, the new government doesn't roll that way. And that they're not respecting that. And
here's Mr. Donald Trump in 2024, Jr.
And we were just talking about this exact situation.
So they all set this up for it started in 2023. I'm just doing a recap. They started Build Up Korea in 2023. It's a 501, guys, by the way. Still looking for the filings. They didn't file anything yet on the money yet. Should be come out in 2026. So let's keep an eye on that.
I would love to see what the filings say for this stuff overseas. I would love to see what it says.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. How much money did they dump in over there?
They already dumped money. So how come we don't have the filings for it?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, how much money has been dumped over there?
I don't know.
It's almost 2 full years.
Yeah. And here is Will Federer and Rob McCoy.
Robbo.
Yep. Just continuing on. And obviously the pastor did get out of prison. I think it was January. The time is absurd. I'm hearing January 2026 and I'm hearing February 2nd, 2026. Anyways, this picture was taken actually in July, posted in August 7th. So obviously we see Mr. Rob McCoy with the pastor that got freed from prison and his family. They're at the White House.
And how long were they in the U.S. at this time?
Months. I believe, in my opinion, and allegedly, because the last video picture I seen was because Rob McCoy hasn't posted shit. So he was with the pastor at Alan Jackson's church, World Outreach Church, in July, but he said here he was touring, so I'll show you. Here he says here, Segro Church. I would like to express my gratitude to the Korean Church. Since July 13th, Pastor Son and his family have been touring the states. Who is paying for that?
And who? Well, the taxpayers. You're paying for this.
Who's paying for them to tour?
Oh yeah, where did they go? California, Texas, Tennessee, Maryland, Delaware, Georgia. Wow, and the White House.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chino Hills Chapel to visit with Jack Hibbs, and Outreach Church to visit with Pastor Alan Jackson. Boy, were they got a real good tour of the country.
Yeah, we're missing somebody right here though.
Yeah.
That would be Charlie. Charlie should be right here. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so they did that tour.
And that was about a month, or how long was that?
I think it was way before that. You can't just do that in 1 month. So I heard that he got out of prison in January of 2026. As you know, he went overseas. Rob, he went to overseas and then he went to Korea. I think he picked him up, brought him back. I don't know the timeline and what he did behind the scenes because he's posting stuff now. He banked it and now he's posting it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because he knows Ali Top Files is watching his every move.
Oh my God.
So now he's not putting it out in real time anymore.
It's okay. It's all right. So we got Mr. Alex Berchowitz the importance of U.S. foreign policy. He's also on the board. And God and Government, Rob McCoy, co-chair of TPUSA, Faith, and he's the advisory board of Build Up Korea. Just showing you guys this because it's important.
He's so gross.
It's important. And also, this is important as well. Oh, guys, everything just connects. It's just giving my brain like, okay, so this vintage Stephen, this vintage church, we all know who this is. He was on that text chain, if you guys remember. Wolicki? You guys remember that, right? When he said he was leaving the pro-foreign overseas, he's leaving that cause. He was in the text chain, or he was there. Either way, if I get it wrong, sorry. Either he was there in the meeting on Zoom because he's from overseas. Anyways, I'm just showing you they're all at Vintage Church, but they're all posting at different times, at different days. He's there July 20th. He's there July 31st. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not vibing this. I think that all these posting on different days is on purpose. But anyways, I think they were all there together, but that's just me. I don't know what people think in the chat because I'm not looking at chat right now. But if nobody knows who this is, I will tell you in a second. Now the pastor, Rob, and all of his family is at the Vintage Church, as well as Wolicki. Wolicki, here we go. You guys remember this? Come on. If you don't remember this, then I don't know. Candace posted this. Just lost another huge donor, $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. And then this guy here, Kevin, which I know who that is. Jews plays a huge role in the stereotypes, blah, blah, blah. You guys, all this. Leaving me no choice to leave the pro-blah cause. And here he is here, Charlie KIRK, and Rabbi Powell talked before his death. He was in combative mode. And I don't know why he's here. Was he there? Why is Jack Posobiec everywhere? So bizarre.
Do you have comments on?
I don't know. Sorry. Do I? Yes, I do.
Can you drop them off, please, and thank you?
Why?
We have a request.
A request? Okay.
Thank you, darling.
I do apologize, guys. I'm on another screen. So that's him there. So I'm just letting you know he was at this church the same time that these guys were there. He just spoke there. And on September 8th, that leaked message about the donor pressure later confirmed authentic. Please don't invite Candace, blah, blah, blah. So everybody's seen that before, right? Take a screenshot if you want. I'll just leave it like that for a second. Very important. It's all coming back to me now. And this is who he is. He's a Jewish rabbi, writer, public speaker, and religious Zionism activist. He is a columnist for the Jerusalem Post. So there's you go there. Okay, here we go. Well, I got to put the line in there. I have to do it. Wolicki said that the critics so bedeviled KIRK that the night before he launched his last college tour, September 10th at UVU, which he was killed, KIRK held a Zoom call with Wolicki and few other unnamed associates to get answers on overseas. He was anticipating all the challenges and attacks, and he wanted to make sure that he had the facts, Wolicki said. The meeting echoes private meeting KIRK had in July with pro-overseas advocates. Also mega donor Bill Ackman. That meeting in the Hamptons in New York set off a firestorm on social media. We all know that. So I'm just showing you this guy's involved, not involved, but he was there at that Vintage Church So around the same time that Pastor and Rob McCoy and the Koreans were there. So not saying they were all there at the same time. It's just 1 week, 7 days. Now talking about this text chain message again, we got another one. Bloop, bloop. Mr. Kevin. I know they blocked out his name, but I believe that's Kevin Freeman. I think they blocked it out because there could have been a phone number there. With Mina Kim, Build Up Korea. Babe, he was in that text change where I'm going to leave the pro-Israel cause. So this guy here, he does Pirate Money podcast. He is with Mina Kim after Charlie Kirk passed away, December 16th, 2025. Build Up Korea time. Let's build them up. Texas, Arkansas, Arizona, California.
December 15th to the 22nd, 2025.
Yeah. Really? Or like why? Why are you there? Why are you there? Why? Question is the why. Okay. This is another screenshot I showed from last time because I'm gonna get into Japan in a minute. Larry Loomer. Oh man, I don't know when she wrote this. 2028. They're going to be in big trouble. A lot of them are going to have major problems this coming 2028. Buckley frequently posts in support of Hitler. And last week, that under Trump, the USA is North Korea. Wow. Tucker's alcoholic brother. Good luck getting the GOP base board this 2028. Anyways, South Korea, and then Trump wrote this. I don't know when this day was. South Korea has agreed to pay USA $350 billion in lowering the tariffs charged against them by the United States. Additionally, they have agreed to buy our oil and gas. So they're making some kind of deals here. Don't know when that was.
That's extortion.
Okay,
but sure, we could call it a business deal if you want. It's like we're going to keep destroying your company or country within and abroad unless you agree to give us billions of dollars and buy our stuff. Then we'll be nice to you, but only if you do that. Otherwise, we're going to keep stepping on you like you're a bug. At least I apologize.
I like how you said it.
But that's how I interpret that because
that's extortion.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Well, if you know what I mean, we'll pay you $400 billion if you leave us alone. That's a bully. A bully stealing somebody's lunch money in the schoolyard. Oh my God. I'm sorry to call it out for what it is, but that's what it is.
Yeah. So moving on to the next one. Okay. So
gross.
Now, look, they got fireworks, guys. I'm going to show you a little bit of South Korea. I'm not going to show you all of it. It's a little bit of South Korea for you guys. It's like a little TPUSA, like Glenn Beck said. The Build Up Korea is kind of like a little TPUSA. They have the fireworks. They have the big show when he comes out. Yeah, it's a thing. And I don't think people really go online to watch this stuff. But Allie does. Don't ask me why I do this. So don't ask me. Don't ask me any questions. I don't know why I do
Before
it.
you move on.
Yeah. I can't. I have to move on.
Okay, bye. Move on. Forget it.
All right. I'm going to
keep
going, or else I'm going to...
Yep, just go.
Go. Okay, give me one moment. I have to add it to the screen because it's a different video. It's this one. So give me one moment. All right, give me a second, please.
How long is this video, babe?
It's not long. I'm just going to show a little bit of it. Actually, probably have to mute it. I'm just going to show them how he comes out, talks, and then there's a little bit of he's in Korea. Like, he's there with people. I just want to show that.
Okay.
It's not long. It's not long.
No, it's okay.
It's like a 12-minute video, but I'm not showing the whole thing.
Okay, because I just got something that you need to read while the video's playing. That's why.
Oh, wait. I got to do this first. Sorry. I got to do this first. Is this freaking music? Oh, man. Let's see.
Yeah.
Can people see it? You guys can see it? Okay.
Yeah, they can see it.
I might have to pause it and stuff. Wow. Look at that entrance.
That's a WWE entrance. That was actually a pretty balling entrance. I got to give it to Charlie. He does know how to make an entrance.
Yeah. Gotta mute it. So you guys remember in the beginning, I showed you she was praying over him and said, let us use Charlie. Yes, we will use him to the end, until the end. So she does that in the beginning here.
Oh, that's how they opened this up.
That's how they opened it up. Obviously, you can see here.
Yep.
It's here. Like you can see the background. It's kind of cool background. It's kind of cool. I'm not going to show. Look at all the fireworks. This is so TPUSA, isn't it? Look at that background. Look at everybody going crazy.
Unfolding. Under the banner, Charlie Kirk, Build Up Korea 2025, thousands of young South Koreans began rallying to champion the values of faith, freedom, and national renewal. Inspired by the teachings of American conservative leader Charlie Kirk.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Please take a seat.
Just days before his tragic assassination, Kirk himself visited Seoul to meet with the South Korean activists who had successfully mirrored his US-based movement, Turning Point USA, into a fast-growing local organization known as Turning Point Korea.
Turning Point Korea. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? Or do I have to rewind? Do you hear it, babe? Turning Point Korea.
Yeah, I'm trying not to throw up.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Activists who had successfully mirrored his US-based movement, Turning Point USA, into a fast-growing local organization known as Turning Point Korea. What began as a celebration of shared ideals would soon be remembered as the final chapter in Kirk's global mission, a visit that ignited hope, unity, and, ultimately, heartbreak.
We're here in Korea. It is 5:15 a.m. local time.
I'm just gonna be really sad watching him. You know, this is his last moments, you know.
And this is a park. I have to say their parks are much cleaner than ours. No bums. There's one hermit. But he seems very civilized. Oh, the animals are some sort of a birdhouse. Oh, good.
The visit, initially seen as a celebration of shared ideals, has now taken on a haunting significance. Kirk's final public appearance in Asia drew thousands of young people to Seoul's Olympic Park, where he spoke passionately about courage, truth, and the defense of faith in an age of moral confusion. Do not be afraid to stand for what is right, even when you stand alone, Kirk told the cheering crowd. Words that many now remember as eerily prophetic. The South Korean branch was founded by a group of student activists and pastors who admired Kirk's message of faith and freedom. Modeled after Turning Point USA, the group focused on empowering young Koreans to think critically, love their country, and defend absolute truth. Within a year, the movement had gained tens of thousands of followers on social media, drawing students from top universities such as Yonsei, Korea University, and Seoul National University. The activists' efforts culminated in Build Up Korea 2025, a national tour meant to rally Christian and conservative youth around shared moral values. Kirk's visit to Seoul was intended to formalize a partnership between the American and Korean movements, a symbolic gesture marking what organizers called a Trans-Pacific Alliance for Truth.
Okay, everybody, we are here in South Korea right now, and right across there is North Korea, a full totalitarian country. As you can see, here's some South Korean military guys. They have a mandatory draft for all men 18 to 20 here. And this just goes to show the difference of why worldview matters. Here, there's free speech, there's capitalism, there's ability to speak your mind. It's a free society. And
did he say it's a free society there?
That's crazy. So
Wow, why does Korea need freedom?
yeah, so that's how you know that whole thing with Rob taking off the shirt. It was just disgusting lying propaganda, and it's freaking brutal.
He said they have free speech here. They have
They have
free
everything.
society. Did you hear what he said? Like, seriously, he just said it.
It's a free society. And yet
He just
over
said
there,
it. Like,
right,
I rewind it.
just to show the difference of why worldview matters. Here, there's free speech, there's capitalism, there's ability to speak your mind. It's a free society. And yet over there, right across the river, it's one of the poorest, most totalitarian countries in the world. Same people, same ethnicity, same genealogy, but worldview and politics matters a lot. So pray that you never end up like North Korea. It's right there, across the river.
Build Up Korea 2025 centers on 3 key pillars: faith, family, and freedom. Organizers describe the movement as a moral and cultural renewal effort, not a political campaign. "We're not here to follow politics. We're here to follow principles," said.
So yeah, I don't have to play the whole thing, but then he's over here. I think he goes right here. I think he's over here with the security
Who
are there.
face rising pressures, from social polarization to mental health struggles and cultural disillusionment. Against that backdrop, KIRK's message of personal responsibility, hope, and moral strength has found fertile ground. The Build Up Korea 2025 tour will continue through the year, bringing events to major cities, universities, and youth ministries nationwide. Each stop will feature a mix of worship, leadership training, and live discussions on how to uphold faith.
You'll see that's Dan Flood, I guess.
Looks like Flood's head.
That's Rob McCoy.
Yep, 100%.
That must be the tour guide guy.
In modern culture.
They keep looking across at North Korea. I don't know why they keep doing that.
Yeah.
What is all this videos of them looking at North Korea? You're in South Korea. Enjoy South Korea. Why you keep looking over there?
You want to know what? In a weird way, I almost understand it.
What?
Well, why you would do that? Like, especially if you're an American, right? You went over there in the Korean War, and 30,000 soldiers, I believe, died. And if you've never been there, doing that gives you a chance to almost remember, I don't know, maybe what your countrymen fought and died for.
Yeah.
And that's why I think what Charlie said there about this being a country that's, you know, it's capitalist, it's free. And that's what America did for South Korea. And that's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, I agree.
So this is literally North Korea, boys. Yep. You ever seen it before? What I have.
During his stay, KIRK held
Dan
meetings
Flood
with
and
South Korean
Harpole,
religious
100%.
leaders,
Did you guys see Harpole there?
Yeah, both of
there.
them, 100%.
student organizers, and conservative lawmakers. Photos from the visit show him smiling with youth delegates, praying alongside church leaders, and addressing packed halls. Eyewitnesses recall that KIRK appeared energized and deeply moved by the enthusiasm of Korean young people. He said it gave him hope, said Park Un-seo, a volunteer with Turning Point Korea.
He's holding a road mic.
He's literally holding a
He
road.
felt
He's
that
holding
something
a road
powerful
mic.
was happening here.
There's
that our
Harpole there.
generation still had the courage to fight for truth.
Pay them money,
10,000 yen.
10,000 yen, to have me measure up against them to see if I could find someone taller than me in Tokyo. This is not a drill.
I boarded a quite long flight from Los Angeles all the way to Seoul, South Korea. I was there to first speak at an event called Build Up Korea. But the thing that was the most striking, and it connects with the news today in America, is what happens when you walk outside of your hotel in South Korea. There's no bums. There's no people asking you for money. They don't really put up with graffiti at all. Everything is clean, orderly. They take pride and responsibility over their public spaces. It shows that we in America have actually put up with stuff we shouldn't. Now, the left say, well, gun laws are why Asia is so safe. How does the left then explain the no muggings, the no stabbings, the no graffiti, the no homeless, and the no bums? The amount of filth, crime, and violence that we put up is insane.
In the days after the rally, photos circulated
Yeah, so
online show
that's just, you know, it's just a little heartfelt kind of thing to see him in Korea, and then it goes on after.
And
I don't have to show all that.
no, but it's very different the way Rob portrays South Korea after Charlie's passing and how Charlie portrayed it while he was alive.
Yeah.
Like there were still some things going on politically and religiously which were really kind of messed up, and Charlie was in the middle of that there. But I gotta say, I think Charlie actually really cared about what he was doing there. Now,
Oh, hey, Mr. Let Go.
hey,
Talking
what up,
about
Bear?
South Korea because it's a problem. Yeah. So thank you. Come on in. So, all right. So now we are going to see what I have next on stage because, okay. So these are the two presidents. So this is obviously the South Korea's president. That's the one that talked to Macron on the phone September 11th, right after Charlie Kirk died. Very important phone call. And I'm just showing you the pastor has been around, you know, with the Joseph from Elizabeth McCoy's grandfather.
Yep.
And obviously Jack Hibbs.
Jack Hibbs,
it's all
Rob
kids.
McCoy,
You know,
Alan Jackson.
Build Up Korea is a little TPUSA.
It is.
It is.
It absolutely is.
So
Mina founded it, and then Posobiec and Donald Trump Jr. went over to lay the infrastructure.
Yeah.
And then Charlie came over the following year after them getting started. And they were trying to make this happen. Unfortunately, South Korean law with the new leftist government didn't agree with that.
Yeah. And this is the founder of it.
That's Mina, right?
And look what she said at the bottom. Lately, God's been stirring my heart for overseas, and his perfect timing. I met several young who had just returned from serving in the army. So,
oh, that's great. So now you've got ex-soldiers that served in that certain military force that has been causing a lot of problems in a certain strip over there against a lot of people. And now they're over here involved in your, I don't know, your new ministry giving you advice. Like, that's messed up, guys.
well, she's from Pennsylvania, but she's Korean, and she's the one who founded this thing. So
Yeah.
interesting. So anyways, this you guys seen this before. This is the pastor's son. They were trying to get him out of prison. I think I played this last time. This was
Yeah, you
September, September 25th. I'm not playing it again. I'm just doing recap. So he obviously went over there right away after Charlie Kirk died. He had to go to South Korea. It's very important to show the Korea needs freedom when South Korea has freedom already. So he's pushing the Judeo-Christian stuff. He's pushing
Propaganda. It's
politics mixed with religion, which is not allowed in Korea. And somebody went to jail for it. And I'm just wondering, did that pastor allegedly go to jail because of Charlie?
Well, I think we've talked about that because he recorded a video and uploaded of something that is not allowed in that country.
I know. I just don't want to say yes for sure because then I'm like, oh, he went to jail because of Charlie. But why would you go to Korea that fast?
I don't think it's an allegedly moment anymore, honey.
All right.
Like I think we've covered it up and he's blatantly admitted it. And Charlie said he was going to get him out. So I don't think we have to worry about that being an allegedly. We've got statements from people's mouths.
Church is the soul.
So this is when he went to Korea. I think you guys all seen this already.
And I ask you as I close.
이제 말씀 마치면서 말을 할게요.
They don't make me laugh anymore. It makes me pissed off because Charlie Kirk's last digital footprint, he was wearing this shirt. Was he wearing the shirt for the pastor that went to jail? That's my question. Why was Charlie Kirk wearing the freedom shirt? And I think it was for the pastor because he was trying everything in his power to get him out of jail before he died.
Yeah.
So that was on the 8th and 9th, talking to Korean officials in Trump administration. So anyways.
And I just want to say, like, up until the part where we started looking into the timeline of his stuff that he was doing in different countries before he passed, I never thought about it that way. And I'm starting to think that's exactly why Charlie wore the freedom shirt.
Well, now the pastor's at the White House, taking photos,
in the Oval Office,
touring the states. Rob McCoy's touring with the pastor that just got out of jail. So bizarre. And here we go here. They're also touring, this is Elizabeth McCoy's grandfather from Good Call Ministries. So he went over there. This is the pastor that was in jail. So he got out of jail, obviously, after Charlie Kirk passed away, February 2026. And the question is, why? Why are we saying South Korea needs freedom? And this is just right up. I think I showed this last time, why he went to prison and everything like that. So I want to get into Japan in a minute. This is the article about freedom of expression in Korea, South Korea.
Yeah, and we forgot to put Article 20 in there too.
Yeah.
But Article 20 basically states that politics and religion need to remain separate. We forgot to put it in again.
Anyway, it says
My
it's here.
bad.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, this is just more saying like it's not allowed to be practicing politics in a church.
Yeah, but you can totally practice your religion. You got full free religious rights, full freedom of speech. They just don't merge politics and religion.
No. And this is Build Up Korea. Obviously, they have, chapters. And
New chapters
donate.
opening up now.
Yeah.
Donate to Turning Point Korea. If you want to rip off another country besides your own, just donate to Turning Point South Korea.
Good Lord. So again, now we're doing
Gross.
timeline again. This is his Charlie Kirk's last moments alive, like his travel records, his text messages, his calls. Who did he talk to?
5th to the 10th.
Yeah. So he's in Korea, Build Up Korea. Then he's the pastor gets arrested. He goes to Japan, comes back home. He discusses his trip and he's trying to get that person out of prison. He's talking to Korean officials and all that. This is just a timeline. Okay. And then he was fatally shot the next day.
That's a lot of stuff that happened in 5 days, guys. That's an insane amount of stuff.
And Joe Kent was trying to investigate foreign involvement ties. And that's why I'm saying I want to keep talking about this because
there was like 4 or 5 countries involved before he died.
His last place, in anything that you do, if a crime like that happened, like you go to look his last thing that you did. Okay. That's what we're supposed to do. So why aren't we doing that? Why are we banned from looking into those things? This is bizarre. So bizarre. So moving on to Japan. I think this is one picture of them. You can see Harpole was with them.
Yeah, that was from the video you played.
Yep, this Harpole was with them.
Harpole, Flood, Mikey.
Very
Sneff.
important. We must then articulate what is it.
So this is
This is Japan.
This is Japan. This is Tokyo.
Yes. So we started to look a little bit more into Japan. Charlie is working with the far right there. Japan, when it comes to politics and religion, has been a mess since World War II. The ending of World War II, I think they dissolved. I still got to look into a lot of this, but they still had an emperor at that point. And I think part of the surrendering terms after World War II, when the bombs were dropped, was that they needed to dissolve that.
Yeah.
And they've been in a mess trying to sort of figure it out ever since. Here we go. Now it's time to take some Judeo-Christian values and some politics, because that's what everybody needs, apparently.
So here he's speaking at San Senito in Tokyo, Japan. I'll tell you what those words on the screen mean in a minute. I'll translate it, but I tried to find a video of him talking. So this is one of his videos. And he's talking about, a whole bunch of stuff. Politics again. Anyways, this is the video. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one.
Very important. We must then articulate what does it mean to be a nation. In English, it is the 3 P's. It is people, it is principles, and it is place. You remove one of the 3, you'll start to disappear. Remove 2 out of 3, you're basically gone. 3 out of 3, you don't exist. So let's play this out. First of which is people. This is the most obvious. If all of a sudden Japan became all Muslim from Saudi Arabia, it wouldn't be Japan. But let's also talk about place. If all of a sudden we took the entire population of Japan and put you on Madagascar, is that Japan? No, it's something else. That's not the place that your ancestors are buried. That's not the place that you love. That's not the place with the shrines that you take seriously. So place really matters, but also principles. And don't forget the principles part. America is a principle nation alongside the other two. What are the ethics, duty, the culture, and the history? The globalists seek to remove all three. They don't want you to live in your land anymore. They don't want the people to be there, and they want to change the principles of what it means to be in Japan.
The globalists try to remove all three. He's talking some serious stuff here in Japan. I'm worried for him.
Japan. If you can articulate those three things, we can better then coordinate and harmonize our shared objectives against the globalist. It's place, it's people, and it's principles.
And, I can bring up the whole Japan thing, but it is a lot. It's a long video. I suggest you go watch it whenever you get time. It was posted on the Charlie Kirk show as well. Never before seen Charlie Kirk in Tokyo, with a lot of advertisements by Andrew Colvett himself. So you go check that out if you want. But they had this in the opening when the video was starting. And I'm just translated it here because there's Japanese writing here. I wouldn't understand it either, so I translated it. The red banner means a Japanese political party. Do it yourself. That's what it says. And then the bottom it says, Understanding the Anti-Globalism Movement lecture by Charlie Kirk, key figure in the birth of the Trump administration. Wow. Key figure in the birth of the Trump administration. Okay. Over here, the other words were grasping, understanding, it was the same one, same thing. Keynote speech. So that was what was written here. Do it yourself is here on the sides, and the writing was there. Same thing with this. Do it yourself on the sides, and then the same thing. And that was the video. If you guys ever want to watch it, you can. I watch these things all the time. And this is just his trip. I was his trip here, Tokyo, Japan, on the 7th. And so approximately 2:30, 7:15, he advertised at that place, Sansenito, grasping the trend of anti-globalism. All right. And this is, I think he's in this video here. Yeah, he's right here. So this guy over here is Japan's MAGA-style far-right party. What led Sansenito's surprise election success was it? He was party leadership as a February 2026 leader, deputy leader, board members. Where's his name? I don't know. Chris, I don't know if that's his name or not. That I don't know. Wait. Wait, what was his name, babe?
Which guy?
The MAGA style, like this guy. I thought the place where they were at was called Sansenito. They were at the symposium. Yeah. Kirk appeared at Sansenito Symposium, so that was the place.
The Sansenito is the name of the political wing. It's not an actual place. So that's
okay.
From what I understand, that's the political party.
Oh, I don't have his name then. I don't know what his name is. Oh, leader.
Right there. They're all right there.
Soye.
Leader, deputy leader, and board members.
Okay, so that means the party? Sansenito is the party?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, guys, I'm just learning this as we go.
Just found this stuff today.
MAGA style. So they're building up Korea, but he has an Asian tour, but it stopped in Japan. And they're building up Japan too. Maybe probably going to do a build up to Japan too. All these little TPUSAs. I mean, was this the turning point? They were going to put this everywhere? Guys, well, like literally, let's think about it. I've been saying this for so long.
We've stated clearly for months now that we believe the turning point was Judeo-Christian values. Yes. We believe the offer that our friend Bibi overseas gave Charlie that he refused was Judeo-Christian values. We believe that it wasn't a monetary gift. Like, you want to offer Charlie 100 million. The dude made 100 million a year. 100 million is not going to take Turning Point to the next level.
Yeah.
But if you infest the entire world with Turning Point churches, that's a whole different ball game. That's billions a year, billions.
I don't know if the Japan president liked all this. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, that's just another thing about him, right?
This is what that party promoted. And as you can see, it's sort of aligned a little bit with what was actually happening over here, guys. So from that point of view, it sort of makes sense. The party promotes, the vaccine misinformation. The party's president, blah, 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 has called those M weapon, which we all agree, does not agree with same thing, marriage, blah, 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 blah. So all of that is sort of standard. And I think most of us agree with that. Of course, strongly opposes random immigration. I think we can get all on board with that. But it always boils down to political and religion. And some of these places don't merge those, or they're already having so many problems sorting it out. They didn't need this gasoline dumped onto the fire they were already dealing with. And it just barged in and rammed it in their face and didn't take no for an answer and just tried to push an agenda. And some countries may not like that, guys, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true.
Days before he was assassinated.
So this was on Tokyo's, I guess, CNN, like kind of like their little thing down there. This girl on TikTok did a little video on it.
Charlie Kirk spoke to CNN in one of his last interviews ever in Japan.
I've always wanted to come to Japan.
He was in Asia to spread his conservative message about anti-globalism and immigration, making stops in Seoul and in Tokyo.
Anti-globalism and what? What was the other one? He was talking about, I mean, the stuff he was talking about, you can get in trouble for all this stuff. I'd be scared to do that kind of stuff in Japan and Korea. I'm telling ya.
He told CNN he was invited to Japan by Sanseito, a far-right populist party in Japan that's inspired by Trump's MAGA movement.
I'm really kind of thrilled to see that there is this growing political movement here in Japan that is fighting the same things that we believe in.
But he also had a warning for Japan about mass immigration.
Even my greatest critics would agree that if you put 30 million Pakistanis in Japan, Japan's not Japan anymore. That's not xenophobia, it's common sense.
Foreigners make up about 3% of Japan's population, but that number is about 60% higher than a decade ago, while the country's population has declined, a reality Kirk was quick to highlight. For Japan's far right, Kirk's visit was validation. For America's MAGA movement, it was proof that its message is spreading.
Okay, so there's that. Just a little bit of Japan, because my last South Korea thing, I didn't talk about Japan, and just a little bit about that, which their stuff is more stricter than South Korea.
Well,
Help me.
Well, they're just going through a lot more problems, right? Just because they were switching over from an imperial emperor-driven society after World War II and trying to become a republic. Yeah. So, just to compare to United States, you've had that for a couple hundred years. These people are still within their first 100 years struggling to figure out what the heck that means, right?
So we're just talking, if you guys just joining, Charlie's last digital footprint where he was before he passed away, obviously, was South Korea and Japan. I think it needs some investigating, travel records, all that kind of stuff. Also, when he was in Japan, before he talked about all that kind of stuff. I just showed you the videos. But in their constitution, you want to read that, babe? Article 20.
Yeah, so Japan's constitution guarantees freedom of religion and separates the state from religious authority. However, the law does not strictly ban religious groups. Of course it doesn't, from engaging in politics.
Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, I'm still reading. Many religious organizations and lobbies actively support the political parties, campaign for candidates, and influence public policy. Article 20 guarantees complete freedom of religion for all people and forbids the state for giving any religious group political authority or privileges. So, and that's what they're pushing for.
That's what they're bringing this build up Korea. Now they're going to do build up Japan. And
it's directly against sort of what they believe in. It's just weird, man. And the government cannot establish a state religion or provide religious education in public schools. Like
it's like South Korea or Japan coming into the States going, you can't do this.
Yeah, and you have to accept Buddhism.
Yeah.
And you have to take our politics. Like if that happened here, we would tell them to F off.
Yeah.
We would say, no way.
Yeah,
this is not what we believe in this country. This is what we believe in our country.
I feel like they're building their Judeo-Christian stuff and they're pushing it everybody down its throat, but making it like, it's kind of fun. It's like a build up Korea. It's like a build up, Japan, TPUSA. But it's actually Judeo-Christian. It's not Christianity at all.
They're doing it under the guise, like, just remember the word they keep saying, freedom, freedom, freedom. They already have freedom. They're trying to use the freedom clause as a way to install or indoctrinate their form of religion and government on other people, right? That's not okay.
No.
Like, they don't want it, man. They don't want it. You've pissed people off. There's insurrections in a couple countries right now that are still really pissed off about some of this stuff that was started before he was dead.
Yeah. This is just a little excerpt from an article talking about his South Korea and Tokyo trip, where he spoke at the Sisito Party, which made its political breakthrough in July. Upper House vote warning about a silent invasion of immigrants. Just a little bit about that.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But
and this is just another, this is just that article. Remember, we were talking about retooling. It's in here somewhere.
Oh, is this the thing which has the retooling?
It does.
Hold on.
Oh, man. This talks about, I think this is still about South Korea, isn't it?
There we go. Hold on. Let me read it. In Seoul, American flags fluttered above crowds, chanting the name of Charlie Kirk, a young populist figure slain 1,000 miles away. I'm just going to skip forward a little bit here. The religious and political form now gracing Seoul's plazas have been born on these very shores, exported westward, retooled in the American furnace of evangelical populism.
Wow.
That's a little messed up, guys. Exported westward to Asia, retooled in the American furnace of evangelical populism, and returned, transformed like a prodigal son bearing gifts and grievances.
I had to read the rest. I just want to put up this article so I can have it. I want to look at it again. This is just kind of like a little bit of the background of the South Korean thing. And when Charlie Kirk enters Asia, he stepped into the revivals of the youth apostle. Barely out of his teens, he founded Turning Point USA, styled himself as a broker of campus conservatism. His genius lay not in argument, but in mobilization. So the Build Up Korea wasn't founded by Kirk. It's founded by Mina Kim, but they brought Charlie Kirk into it in 2025. And I think it needs some investigation because this is the year he dies.
Yep.
Like, seriously. Can we not discuss this? I think Joe Kent was trying to. Literally. You go to do a movement and then 2 days later you come back and you die?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you guys? That makes sense to me.
I hope everybody's been able to follow along so far. We know it's a lot of information.
It's a lot of information. I'm going to get into Greenland in a moment. Obviously, what he talked about when he was there.
Yeah, this is more about his trip into Seoul and Tokyo. We're just sort of putting them up. Screenshot it, read it, read it later, guys. We don't want to go through reading all of this all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. There was another pastor too named Yoon that was arrested for the same kind of thing, bringing politics into religion as well, or ballots or elections or something. And then this is the closing of it. So we're going to keep going on. Where does this leave the word communist, or rather, yeah. So this is just from his article. I thought was very interesting about Charlie Kirk in Korea.
Yeah, like in a weird way, I honestly understand why they were trying to get a stronger Christian presence over in South Korea and Japan, but it's Judeo-Christian, so it's fake. So it's like you're not pushing the Christian religion forward. You're actually trying to stomp it out and destroy it by replacing it with something else. They're not pushing Christianity. They're pushing Judeo-Christianity. So if you're not pushing the real Christianity, eventually it's just going to fade away.
I'm feeling retooled just by loading this on my computer. It's making me sick. I just feel like he was doing so much in the time frame of the 1 year that he was in so much trouble. Like he was in so much trouble with all these countries.
Can you leave the chat down, honey?
Why?
Because we're bringing up a lot of information and screenshots, and it's just getting in the way, and people can't see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Is that what people in the
Yes.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
It's okay. But we are doing a lot of talking. I just realized if we have that up and we're telling people to screenshot, I guess
Mr. Macron, let's talk about it. What is going on with your phone call to the South Korean president? What did they talk about?
And when was that? Was that literally
the day after the
9/11?
Yes.
Oh man, so this phone call goes down on 9/11.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. If you guys can see that there, Macron, South Korean government, just like evidence for my timeline, strong. Macron, Lee, this is the president, that's his name, Lee Jae-myung, strong. Macron, this just goes to my timeline to be investigated. We should be investigating this and this French fry and this one. Macron and security issues, because they apparently talked about that. Strong. And Macron and Pastor Son, the one that went to prison, no evidence. Build Up Korea, no evidence. Charlie Kirk, no evidence. I'm like, okay, all right.
And what Allie's saying by strong is, if you can see what she was just reading off, these are strong and / documented. So it's a verifiable fact. It's a verifiable fact. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, they did have a meeting. Yes, they were talking about stuff. Yes, they signed an agreement with a whole bunch of strategic security issues, which is freaking really weird.
It says there at the bottom all of what, if you want to screenshot and just look at it yourself. They had a call, and it says they discussed the Korean Peninsula regional affairs, UN Security Council issues. I'm pretty sure they talked about Charlie Kirk. He just died, and that he was just there. But hey, that's just my opinion. So, if you're investigating this hypothesis, this would be, Joe Kent should be looking into this. But he couldn't. He just couldn't. He couldn't do it. He wasn't allowed to.
He was stopped before he had a chance.
He was stopped. So this is extremely important, and I'm going to keep talking about it. Going to keep talking about it.
Go back to that last picture.
Yes.
Looks like they're kind of tight. Just saying. He's meeting with military veterans. He's bringing the wife. Very, very official.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just go around meeting military veterans for the heck of it. You're trying to make a good impression.
Yep. All right. This is where it gets all weird.
So enter the Greenland saga.
And people are like, what does Greenland have to do with this? Oh, my God.
Well, we've already sort of laid out some of the troubles that Charlie was getting into in Asia. And there's more.
Yeah. So leading January 2025, months, how many months? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 8 months?
Yeah,
8 months.
So
8 months before he passes, he goes to Greenland on Air Force One with Donald Trump Jr.
And he was requested to go there by Donald Trump himself.
Under the radar. Wasn't posted. He posted it after, obviously, but he flew there without telling even his closest friends. That's what Charlie Kirk said. I'm going to tell you, he was really pushing Greenland. And the reason why Greenland's important is because Macron, right now, if you go look up Greenland, it's trending on X. It wasn't trending after Charlie Kirk passed, because Charlie Kirk was talking about Greenland from January 2025 right up until August 15th, 2025. So, and he's pushing Trump should take Greenland, Greenland, Greenland. Macron doesn't want that. Macron does not want that. There's some friction with Greenland, Trump, and Macron, and Charlie Kirk, who Charlie Kirk is his little bee, his little butt.
Yeah.
Like, he does everything for Trump, right? We all know that.
Yeah. So now this is something that, you know, I'm pretty sure people are familiar with some of it, but this is Denmark, France, United States, arguing more or less.
Yeah.
Just for people who don't know, Greenland is a part of Denmark.
Yeah.
And it's odd because, you know, just before all this happened, the tariffs and all that crap, right? Denmark actually has a great relationship with Canada. And if Trump would have reached out to Canada, they might have been able to broker some kind of arrangement with Denmark for Greenland. But that never happened. It was just a whole bunch of wild threats at gunpoint, and, you know, people don't react well to that.
Why do they want Greenland?
Well,
there's lots of stuff there.
Want me to go over it?
Well, I'm going to play the video first, and then you can go over it. Hold on.
Okay.
So this picture here is Charlie Kirk talking. I think I'm going to play the video in a second. He gets off of Air Force One. I cut the clip a little bit. It's a bit of a 11-minute clip. I just cut the beginning part. He said, nobody knew, but we flew over. Went with Donald Trump Jr. January. Yeah, and he explains it here.
And I just want to point out something, that Donald Trump Jr. also preceded Charlie Kirk to his Asia trip. And now he had preceded him here, and now he's here with them. This is starting to become a pattern, guys.
Yeah, let me see if the video's next. I'm not sure. No, these are just pictures of like did they bring those hats down with them? I don't know.
Well, yeah, well, of course they did. I don't think they were in a store in Greenland. They obviously brought it down to.
Okay, here we
kindest.
Go. All right, so here's a video of him talking about Greenland.
And warmest people, incredibly authentic. Now you might be asking, but what is the reason that everyone is talking about Greenland? Greenland is not just a fun issue to debate. There are very serious geopolitical reasons as to why the United States of America should assume control or purchase, or whatever process the president ends up doing, back control of Greenland. Number one, Greenland is the northernmost land in the Western Hemisphere and has critical military importance. The shortest route from America to Russia is actually across the North Pole. That's why we have actually a military base in northern Greenland, Thule Space Force Base, whose purpose is to monitor potential and possible missile launches.
He's reading something from the computer. I don't know who made him read this, but this video just changed me when I watched this video, okay? I mean, he's getting into some serious stuff, and he didn't stop here. He kept on going and pushing Greenland.
It's almost like somebody gave Charlie a copy of Donald Trump's speech, and he's just reading it a little bit better than Trump would have. You know what I mean?
And he's pissing off Denmark. He's pissing off Macron. He's pissing off a lot of people, and he's already pissed. He's going to start pissing off South Korea and Japan. Like, he now is in a pickle. He's going to be in a pickle, and now it's going to be the overseas. He has now how many countries at the end of this?
But when he leaves here, he is officially pissed off Denmark, Poland, and France. And then throughout the middle of the year, then he pisses off our friends overseas. Then he goes over to Asia and pisses off 2 different countries there.
That's 6.
So
not Ukraine. Ukraine's just kind of there, but
yeah. So like that's see, this is where I'm actually kind of really worried. Was Charlie doing this willingly? Was he forced? The fact that he's literally reading a script here at the beginning of the year tells me that this is forced, because otherwise he would have just spoke like how he does. He just speaks from the heart.
This was so weird, this video, guys. I'll just keep going.
Greenland is the world's largest island. There are tons of resources buried under its ice cap. We actually don't even know how wealthy this country is. As a side note, a young boy comes up. He says, Charlie. I said, oh, hey, how are you? He says, I follow you on TikTok. I need to show you something. He shows me his phone. He says, in my village, 3 hours from here, when we just kind of go out into the countryside, we find rubies the size of baseballs.
Oh.
I said, what? He said, we have rubies the size of baseballs in my village.
Okay, so he's talking about like minerals, rubies. They got rubies the size of baseballs. Did you want to say something? They have a lot of stuff in Greenland underneath the, is it the cap or whatever? Underneath the...
It's just in the ground. So just going back to what he just said about, yeah, Greenland's a good country. Greenland's not a country. It's part of a country. That's like somebody coming to the US and going, well, guys, we just want Texas. We just want it because it fits with our agenda. And there's stuff there that we want, like minerals. So we're just going to take it, guys. Are you okay with that? Please just, you know what I mean? That's
it would benefit us if we took Texas or something like that.
Yeah, it's just like, it's got oil. We really like Texas. So we're just going to take it because it would really help our country. And that's what's going on here.
That's what's kind of what he's saying here. It's kind of weird. And then
and I guess some people don't realize Greenland's not a country. Greenland is a part of Denmark.
Mm-hmm. And Denmark is getting pissed off with and Denmark is close with Macron. Yes. They are tight.
Yes.
They are tight.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Now, mind you, they're not as valuable as you might think because they need to be cut a certain way and they lose value, but they're very valuable. And he says, the Danes don't let us mine our rubies, our gold, our lithium, or our gas. He said it's time for a rebellion against the Danes. The younger...
Oh my God, what is he saying?
This is just utter madness. Like, this is like, you know, Washington State going to the U.S. government. We don't want to pay taxes. F you. Too bad. You're a part of the country. You pay your taxes. That's what you do. You're a state in the United States. You pay your taxes and be a good little boy. You do what you're told. You follow the Constitution. That's what you do. Now they're saying that Greenland doesn't have to do that. And they can separate from Denmark and just start an insurrection. There seems to be a lot of this.
Yeah.
What the heck, man?
So he's getting leading up to his
this is weird.
Leading up to Charlie Kirk's death, he's getting involved in a lot of like controversial things with countries, and it's becoming dangerous. Like, I feel like it's becoming dangerous. I was telling Chris, I'm like, this is becoming really dangerous. The kind of talk he's talking about, especially this is like in February or something, January, February 2025. In August, he talks more about it. Yeah, we're going to take it over soon. We're going to take it over Greenland soon.
But who wants that?
Macron went, huh? What? There was an interview. I don't have it right now, but there's an interview and Macron goes, huh? What are you talking about? Trump? What are you talking about? Charlie Kirk? What the heck are you guys talking about? Yeah, I have that in a minute. Let's keep playing this.
People of Nook, the younger people of Greenland, they want to be rich. And oh my goodness, do they have wealth in Greenland? Incomprehensible amounts of wealth. We are talking that Greenland could be the new Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Russia, Permian Basin, Marcellus Shale, and the Balkan all mixed into one.
He's reading.
America should want those resources for our country, and Greenland should want them for their country.
Who wrote that for him? Does that sound like Charlie?
This sounds like a Trump speech.
Guys.
Denmark has those resources for their own country. It's Greenland belongs to Denmark. If Denmark wants to get the resources, then they can get their own resources. This is messed up, man. I've never seen a Charlie speech like this before, man. This is so bizarre. He's obviously reading a script.
He's reading. He normally, if he just glances, but usually has it in his memory. It's kind of bizarre.
Well,
be far more willing and able to develop them than Denmark and the socialist Greta Thunberg environmentalists from Copenhagen. In the long run, they will be developed by someone. There are three options of who will control Greenland: America, Russia, or China. America, Russia or China. You're trying to tell me the Danish military is going to be able to fend off the Chinese Communist Party? Greenland is so strategic. This is the third and final point, that during World War II, the United States occupied it just to keep Germans from seizing it. After the war, we briefly proposed buying it back, but instead we gave it back. We never should have given it back.
It was never yours.
We should have insisted on a sale and assumed control of it.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said? We never should have given it back. We should have insisted on a sale. That would have been stealing from an ally, dude. You would literally be stealing land from an ally at the end of the war.
And I'm thinking,
what the heck?
And after this,
That's
I have
so
to do
weird.
obviously I have to do another show about this, about the Greenland thing, because Denmark, there was stuff on Denmark. They got upset about this video and had a meeting with Macron. Like, guys, like, this is a lot.
Just because, see, this is the problem. This is why people don't want any more wars. They don't want any more forever wars. You know what I mean? And what is it always over? It's always over some geopolitical resource that you could actually just negotiate for. But instead, you want to go in, we go in, we bomb them, we kill everybody, and we just steal whatever we want. And then say that they needed freedom, even though they already had it.
Yes.
Like,
let's remember, South Korea doesn't need freedom. They have it.
Same with Japan.
They have it.
See, those kind of lines used to work back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s against the Muslim countries. We all bought that. We all bought those lies. All of us did. But I think we're going to see very clearly through these new ones.
Mm-hmm. Now, yeah. So this video is very weird. I'm going to keep going. Can I finish this video, babe?
Yeah.
And then we'll move on.
Acquiring Greenland would give America a sense of growing vitality. There would be a new American territory for ambitious Americans to go and develop. And I could tell you in my short time there, but it was very
Mikey's
thorough.
there.
There is so much opportunity.
Mikey McCoy, did you see him? He was there. Did you guys catch that? Mikey McCoy was in it. Mikey McCoy was in Greenland too. Wow.
You are talking about places where resorts can be developed. Entrepreneurs can deepen their roots. The fishing, the wildlife, the hunting, the natural experience. It is a perfect fit to the United States. And people say, oh, Charlie, we should, America shouldn't expand. Well, Alaska is part of the United States. We purchased Alaska, and that was a good purchase for America. Greenland for the 21st century would not just be good, it is essential. It is integral. Strategic location, defense against threats, access to key resources, preventing China's expansion, and economic and military advantage. It was an honor to be able to see Greenland firsthand and right up close. I never thought I would do it. And I think the table is set for President Trump to make the art of the deal happen, the art of the possible. And we might welcome Greenland as part of our American family.
All right. I don't know what you guys thought of that.
At the end, I was watching his facial expressions there. He didn't look like he was happy about what he was saying. At the very, very end, just his expressions. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into something that's not there.
There's Mikey. You see Mikey McCoy?
Yeah, that was the weirdest speech I've ever heard Charlie give ever.
And this was in January, guys. He went to Green. You guys can look it up.
January 2025. January 2025, guys.
Yeah, you guys can look it up.
It's messed up, man.
Yeah, months, just months before, right?
Like, just make a deal for the minerals. You don't have to. See, that's another thing. Like, if you go in there and just occupy it, what happens to the people there? Do they just become slaves? Like, what happens to the people?
Guys.
Like, they're Danish citizens, and now they'd be what? Under U.S. military control?
Looked like he was reading from...
I don't understand.
He was reading. He was literally reading. And I don't know, it just felt so weird, this video, when he was speaking. Just so weird, so bizarre. But then...
I feel like that's a Trump speech, man. It's just so weird.
Now, months later... We're releasing, Mr. Trump is releasing a private message between him and Macron, because, you know, Charlie Kirk was on the Charlie Kirk show, and you could read it right there. Charlie Kirk says in August, now this is a month, just less than a month before he passed. August 15th, 2025, Charlie Kirk, I'm still in touch with people from Greenland. I'm trying to be careful. I'm not a government official, so I don't want to get too involved. He is involved.
But so
he's already involved.
So okay. So that statement there,
yeah,
that seems like something Charlie would say. I'm still in touch with people from Greenland.
Yeah.
I believe that. I believe he cared about the people, right? But I'm trying to be careful because I'm not a government official, so I don't want to get too involved on all that stuff. But then look at what they just forced him to read.
He's pushing his son to go with him and go make these deals or do whatever.
Allegedly.
We're allegedly. We don't know what happened when they went down there.
Well,
I don't know.
I was saying allegedly for what I was about to say. Allegedly, Donald Trump Jr. was Charlie's handler for those negotiations and for that trip.
Yeah.
Allegedly, that's what I'm thinking, because it seems like Trump's son was always following Charlie around to these locations.
Yeah, even
right?
build up Korea.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, because he preceded that.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is weird.
Yeah.
And that whole video is just messed up. That statement there, like we just said, that seems like that's Charlie.
Yeah.
To me, that's Charlie. You know.
He was already under pressure here, though. You know, it's August of 2025.
Oh,
so
massive.
He's like being like, you know.
At this point, he was already dealing with the blowback from Greenland. He had already had all this stuff, issues with donors, and I think at this point he'd already been called antiseptic. This point, it was starting to get really bad for him.
And here is a private message from after all this. Trump shares private message from Macron opposing him on Greenland. Dear Mr. President, my friend, we can't let China take Syria. We can do great things instead. I saw what you said, what you are seeing on Greenland. Let's play it together and grow together. I hear you're all on it. Meeting with Denmark is first up tomorrow. I love how I can make the impossible the possible. I love you and the passion you're bringing. It's just us here, a direct brother to brother, together as humanity. That's why I got back. What? That's why I got back. Something U.S. Emmanuel. That didn't make any sense there. That part right there, babe. I don't understand that.
Maybe.
That's why I got back in the U.S. Emmanuel.
I don't know.
So he's trying to, like, you know, don't touch Greenland. I got your back for Syria. I got your back up for Iran. I got your back for everything else. But hey, and he says it again. I'll show you again. 1 second. Where is it? There's another call here. Here it is.
Or text.
It's another text. Sorry, it's a text. Thank you, babe. From Macron again. My friend, we are totally in line with Syria. We could do great things on Iran. I do not understand what you are doing on Greenland. Let's try to build great things. Now, in my timeline, Macron did go to Greenland in February. So, I mean, Charlie Kirk went in.
So he went just after Charlie did that. So Charlie went in. That all happened. That really weird ass video was shot. Charlie leaves. He goes back home, right?
Yes.
Oh, no, he continued overseas? No, he went back home. So he went back home. And then now Macron flies out. And he's in support of Denmark keeping its sovereignty and not having part of their land annexed through military might. So, okay,
Charlie.
Macron,
yeah, and then like why is Macron always like following up after what Charlie Kirk does? Like he goes to South Korea, he passes away, he calls the South Korean president, he goes to Greenland, then he goes to Greenland. It's just
it's very easy. We already know the answer to that, and it's really obvious, and it's literally the elephant in the room. They are our greatest allies, friends. They do what they're told. They're an errand boy. And if they play nice, they might get a little piece of the pie. I hate to say it. That's what my thoughts is, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's what I say it is.
Yeah, there's a lot here, but it's just like a lot of countries Charlie Kirk was involved in. And, like Joe Kent wanted to investigate the foreign ties, plural ties, which Charlie Kirk was involved with all these countries saying these things. We need to investigate it, is what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to show you guys the receipts, if that makes any sense. So Greenland was already a major U.S.-European geopolitical
Geopolitical
Thank
issue
you.
before Kirk's Asia trip, Kirk himself publicly discussed having contacts in Greenland on August 15th and connected Greenland with the U.S. strategic interests, Russia, Ukraine, and China. France is also heavily involved in the Greenland dispute, including Macron's June 2025 visit.
Yeah, he also went in February, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Hold on. Is that June or February? Or did he go again?
Yeah, he went again.
So he went in February and then he went again in June.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I think there's a new round of annexation threats issued around that time, wasn't there?
Yeah, and then Charlie Kirk talked about it in August as well. And then Charlie Kirk passes and no talks of Greenland.
Until now.
Until right now it's trending. There's friction right now. Friction. Right as we speak. Oh, man, was Charlie's handler him and Donald Trump Jr. Allegedly? Because, everybody in Korea and Japan just felt that the presence of Charlie was kind of like, they called Trump the Messiah down there. Like Charlie Kirk was his kind of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they received a memo from Paula White that he had to be instructed that way.
Oh my gosh.
So I also just want to, before we move on here, I just want to read this stuff out. So, Charlie's sitting there in that really weird video and he talked about rubies.
Yes.
Who gives a crap about rubies? Like, there's so many things in Greenland. Why did the most worthless thing in Greenland get brought up as the talking point of why you want to get Greenland? It's literally one of the most worthless things that's there. You want to know what they do have, though? Here, let me read it out. Greenland holds a massive uranium resources estimated roughly at 220,000 to over 1.5 million tons, depending on the classification, ranking it among the largest undeveloped uranium and rare earth deposits globally. Wow. I guess it's not about rubies, is it, guys? Is it about rubies? Did Trump go there to get Melania a new set of earrings? What did he do, guys? What did he do?
It's really loud.
I'm sorry. Am I too loud, guys?
A little bit.
Oh.
In my ear.
Oh, well, I'll turn down our in-ears. Sorry.
But
let's be real. So yeah, there's also other rare earth elements there. Let me see if there's anything here that I can see.
No, we don't need any more nukes.
Yeah, I think we've got enough nukes to last forever.
Okay.
Yeah, and they've got all the regular stuff, copper, silver, nickel, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. But why did they bring up rubies, guys?
Maybe that's just a code word for uranium.
Well, I think they just don't want to say what they really want it for, right? And let's be real, they keep bringing up.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I don't have a thing about the uranium here, or do I? No, I don't.
No, it's just a screenshot that I got before we went live. But I figured it was worth talking about.
Oh, that's the most important thing in Greenland. That's why they want it.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So I just have here a timeline also, Danish, August 27th to 28th of 2025. Charlie Kirk was talking on the 15th of August. Danish officials confronted allegations that private Americans with ties to Donald Trump had attempted to influence Greenlandic political sentiment. Wow.
We've just seen evidence of that. So that is fact. 1000% fact.
What does that mean? Explain to the audience what that means.
That's really the most simplest it could actually be explained. I can make it schoolyard stuff. I want your lunch, so I'm going to take it. That's pretty much what it was, right?
And the U.S. Charge d'Affaires reaffirmed that Greenlanders have the right to determine their own future. This significant background because Greenland was an active U.S. Denmark Greenland sovereignty and influence issue immediately before the September Korea-Japan event. So that's just like my timeline thing.
That's so weird. Why do they keep saying like Greenland and Denmark are two different countries? Like Greenland is owned by Denmark. Like that's the same thing. Like for people, like so you got like the U.S. and British Virgin Islands in the Caribbean. Well, they still belong to the U.S. Virgin Islands belong to the U.S.
Yeah.
The British Virgin Islands, they belong to Britain.
And Hawaii belongs to.
No, I'm yeah, sure. That's a good example. That's a good example too. And then like Aruba, it's a Dutch island. It's owned by Holland. So that's all that this is here. Why are they trying to make it look like it's a standalone country? Is that so it's easier
to take?
Well, I think that's just so that when they lie to themselves constantly, look, it doesn't belong to anybody. We just found it. It's ours. Like it seems retarded. Like anybody with a brain knows this is all BS.
Yep.
Right? Like, come on. Does that mean anybody can just go?
I did put it here, babe. I did put it here. Greenland holds massive uranium resources estimated at 228,000 to over 1.5 million tons. Depending on classification, ranks it among the largest underdeveloped uranium and rare earth deposits globally.
And I just realized something as we were talking about this. You notice how the pressure for this went up on literally on Trump to start pushing for this right when Charlie started losing donors. And there was a certain political shift with our friends overseas. And now the rhetoric towards Greenland is like this. And if everybody knows the Apollo affair, it sounds like to me, our friends overseas want some more of this substance.
Mm-hmm.
Just my opinion, allegedly, perhaps, maybe just my thoughts.
Rubies for lasers? Oh my God, you guys are funny. I could see you guys are having fun. You guys are talking in the chat here.
Oh, they've been talking the whole time.
I saw Scotty say, I forgot to say Scotty's here, so I got to do the power. And he said, somebody be my jewel. Are all the jewels?
Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind.
Are Scotty, are you giving the girls all jewels right now, rubies or something in the chat? You guys are awesome. I know this is a lot, but it needs to be discussed because Charlie Kirk was involved in all these countries. Leading up to his demise. So yeah, the Greenland was on the table before he passed as well. So and then here is the classification of why Greenland is so important. Everybody wants it. I think France wants it. I think, China wants it. Everybody wants it.
And you want to know what's crazy? They've only got good relationships with like 2 or 3 countries. Everyone else is trying to bully them. So I think Denmark's got a good relationship with either Sweden, Finland, and I think they got good relationships with Canada as well. Yeah. Because if you look at Greenland, there's a small island, and I'll just say this quickly. There's a small island in between Greenland and Canada, and the militaries on both sides used to take turns occupying the island because they used to fight over it for about 2 or 3 decades. It was a political issue in Canada. But what they did is they did it jokingly. Every year, the country's military would go over to the island and leave a bottle of booze. This is actually a story that I read. They would leave a bottle of booze, and then the next month later, or however long later, the other military would come over, take the booze, drink it on the island, and then leave a bottle of their booze. This went back and forth between Denmark and Canada for a couple decades before they finally decided to split this small island down the middle. And it's been just peace ever since. There's never really any tension. But that's the way you kind of deal with these things. And I just think if they would have handled it differently, like Trump, then maybe he would have had some deals made with Canada and deals made with Greenland. And, he may have got more of what he wanted if he would have just handled things differently and spoke differently to people.
Instead of saying, was sitting beside Macron going, yep, so we're really close on taking Greenland. Like he literally says it like that, literally. And Macron goes, he looks at him like, are you good?
He was like, hold on, man. What do you mean? Do we got to go somewhere? Do we got to be somewhere for a meeting? I got to get Brigitte to pack up her penis. Like, I need notification when it comes down to this stuff, guys. All right.
And he said to him in the text message, like, we're good with Syria. I got you on Iran, but like, let's talk about Greenland. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Bro, what are you doing? And he posted those text messages, Trump. So this is all leading up to Charlie Kirk's, passing. And here we go with the receipts here, with some receipts that
I just want to say, just before we go on, guys, I noticed some comments in the chat saying that Greenland does want to leave Denmark. I just want to remind you guys, double check where you're getting those reports from. Are you getting it from Fox News? You getting it from Donald Trump's office? You know, I'm just saying, just double check where you're getting those stuff from, because I don't think anyone loves to be annexed. I could be wrong. Maybe they do want it. Maybe they love it. I don't know. Maybe they want to be slaves. I have no idea. But usually people don't like that stuff.
Oh, is this one? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, see, that's why I'm saying I don't know if that's true. But right now, Denmark owns it. It's theirs.
Yeah.
So, like, nobody has a right to go and take that.
Rubies and Freemasonry symbolize devotion, passion. Oh, don't tell me this now. I'm going to crash
Well,
out.
she also put something in that they do have some kind of Christian resemblance as well.
Maybe it's all code for something. That's what I said. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
possible.
So anyways, moving on. We got Charlie Kirk. This was kind of earlier in the year, talking about Macron a lot. Made a simple Emmanuel Macron made a very simple decision. He would rather let literal communists ruin France than allow immigration to be restricted. Again, President Trump with Macron. So he talks a lot about this. The Ukrainian mineral deal. That's why I'm bringing up Ukraine, because there is also Ukraine in my timeline as well.
Yeah, that whole thing's so silly.
He talks about it again. President Trump, Macron in the room, says we're close to a Ukrainian deal. So, of course, Charlie Kirk talks about all politics on his Twitter feed. I'm not saying it's anything.
I just want to bring up something quickly about the Ukraine mineral deal. So, you know, if President Trump makes a deal with Zelensky for $350 billion worth of minerals in Ukraine, I'd just like to point out that if Russia wins the war and takes over Ukraine, Trump just made a deal, a mineral deal with a country that doesn't exist anymore. And I think you'd be absolutely crazy to expect Russia to honor that. So if you actually want to get those minerals from Ukraine, you are going to actually have to defend them, or you're going to have to cut your losses. But expecting Russia, which is most likely going to win the war, for them just to fork over $400 billion to you guys, on a handshake because they promised? Like, that's utterly crazy. I don't understand that whole thing, unless they're just willing to get whatever they can get out of there until Russia takes it over. But otherwise, I don't see how you're going to get that $400 billion. I don't see it.
Possibly. Hold on. What do I have here? Oh, so these are just some of my questions. Should be investigated. The KIRK son, which is the pastor, which should be, independently collaborated through video messages, witnesses, event records, and posts. Did KIRK communicate with the president, Trump, staff, U.S. government officials about Pastor Son, the South Korean pastor returning from Korea?
And just so we know, everybody, Ali has been able to answer some of these questions.
Yeah. What were KIRK's last travel times and flight records between Seoul, Tokyo, and the United States? Who was present at KIRK's Seoul trip and meetings? I don't know if Erica was there.
We found out a good amount of people that were present both in Korea and Japan. We have been able to track down a good amount of people, but we have a feeling there still might be some other people. So we're still trying to figure that out.
What communications occurred between September 6th and to the 10th involving KIRK, Son, Korean officials, and U.S. political figures? Macron. What exactly did the September 8th Havas clock tower agreement authorize, and who was involved in negotiating it? Because there was that September 8th from overseas. Are there documentary links, not just shared names, dates, between the overseas related FARA entities and organizations involved in KIRK's Korea Japan trip? Did any Greenland related officials, organizations, lobbyists, Trump linked actors communicate with people involved in Korea Japan events during this period? These are questions we need to know. Did any foreign government or foreign political organization appear in the official U.S. investigation into KIRK's killing? This should be answered from primary investigative records rather than social media claims. I agree, and we are not those people, and I can't do that.
Yep, and the one person who was supposed to be able to find that out, being Joe Kent, was removed from office.
Joe Kent. Yep. Joe
Or he
Kent
quit.
was
He
supposed to do
quit,
that.
right? He quit. He
But
quit.
people don't want to like investigate this. Why? Oh, it was Ty Robinson on the roof. Let's go. Bye.
Yep, it was a guy.
everything
It was a
else.
guy in a rabbit suit
Let's just
who
forget
pointed a
everything.
carrot at a guy sitting at a chair and went ping.
Let's just forget about all the global thing that globalism things that he was talking about in different countries and everything that leaded up to this date. And the pastors and Korea and Japan and Greenland and Ukraine and France and all this stuff needs to be talked about or investigated. And no, it's just like, trust me, bro, it was Tyler Robinson on the roof, and that's what we gotta deal with now. When the last digital footprints wasn't that.
And just want to ask you guys who are watching, do you think it's more likely for a trans furry political person to go take out Charlie, or do you think it might be more likely that maybe it was one of these different places that he was before coming home that decided to take him out? He did a lot of stuff. It seems like he was being put up to some of it. I do see a lot of willingness when he was in Asia that he really cared. His whole stop in Greenland looked weird.
Yep.
But this is something for, I
Greenland
think,
was
people
weird.
to consider and to start looking into.
Greenland was scary and weird. Very scary and weird. I didn't like
And Trump Jr.'s everywhere, all over this as well.
All over, yeah. He loves it. Hey, want to go to Greenland? That's what he said to Charlie. And it was a private trip. Nobody knew about it until they posted it about it after, right?
Well, then we see why. That whole video of Charlie, that's freaking weird.
Very weird. That's why I picked that one. There's many other ones, but I picked that one because he talked about it later again. So then here, this is obviously after Charlie Kirk passed. South Korea is just like, and Japan are on fire. Just, I think that was the largest crowd you ever seen when Charlie Kirk passed. Was South Korea.
Yeah.
Crazy in the streets for him.
Yeah, because I remember like the celebrations, like over here in North America. Well, I guess not celebrations. It's the wrong word. I guess you can call it celebration of life or mourning, but they were massive in the United States. They were big in Canada too. There was a massive one in Britain.
Oh yeah.
But the South Korea one was literally ridiculous.
It was crazy.
It was like it was all those other places together in one.
Yeah. And then, of course, Mr. Rob McCoy.
And this
getting
is
that founding, the founding guild, American Pastors Guild. Got to get that in there. Got to get that fighting for the Judeo West.
Yeah.
Judeo-Christian West.
And this is
Judeo's first. Judeo's first. Christian West. Sorry.
That's okay. I was just letting you play with the words. You just seemed like you wanted to play with those words.
He's playing with it.
So, and this is why we still say, like, even though I don't think Allie and I believe that there was any of our friends overseas on the ground or pulled the trigger, but because of this, and because this is the message that Turning Point keeps pushing, it seems like it's the only thing they care about. That's why we still think our friends overseas are involved in all of this. And actually, we think they might have just taken a back seat to all this. They decided to financially back it because it seems like a lot of other people were already into a lot of other things, and maybe they never had to get involved that much. They could just sit there, bankroll the opposition, throw out money to donors, throw it to their friend, allegedly Macron, and push an agenda through other people. So, and actually one interesting point I just wanted to bring up, and this has been talked about quite a bit, was the 12 phones that were there that day.
Yep.
Could have been French fries that were using those phones.
Some water.
I'll be right back. I will get you a drink, darling.
I needed some water. Thank you. My voice is going.
Yeah, me too. I'm thirsty as well.
So, okay, you guys saw this, right? The symbol. I think somebody pointed that out to me. I think it was Furman that pointed that out to me.
Oh, can I get that too, honey? Can I get that tattoo?
Alpha and Omega. Somebody is that what it is? Okay, we're done. We're actually done. This is what I've been saying every Pastor Sunday, and they haven't said it. Now it's written there. They're saying fighting for the Judeo-Christian West, not Christian first, Judeo-Christian West. It's a whole website. You can go look it up. I think it's AmericanPastorsGuild.org or something like that. You can look it up. And this is what is in the center of that. I mean, when I look at this, I just think of Erica's tattoo. Sorry. It says it's a Christogram combined with Greek letters, Alpha and Omega, encircled by a ring of 13 stars. Huh. The circular arrangement of 13 stars, resonant of early American iconography and historical flag designs. Okay. Anyways, that's that. That's bizarre. I don't know. Guys, like, I don't even know what to say anymore. Yeah. So that's where that is over there. Now open for membership. Join now. Inside the guild, you can you can get retooled. You can get your stack of pillars. Get crunked and listen. I love this. You can get your weekly. You can get your week's news and wade against the pillars. You can get some pillars in there. Monthly calls, membership
Get
text.
some pillars. Hold on, are they inscribed with Hebrew? Did we get a matching tattoo? Can I get the tattoo Rick Cutler's got?
You can go on some oversea pilgrimage. The kind that Erica KIRK likes.
Oh, I wonder if Rob literally arranged that for her. Hello, my darling. Come kiss the wall with me. It'll be a bonding experience.
This is what you get for your membership. And it's AmericanPastorGuild.org. AmericasPastorGuild.org. Join now, $300 a year.
See, it's weird. They call it the American Pastors Guild when, like, it's not for Americans. Like, that's so weird. It's like false advertising.
It's not Christianity. I mean? It's not Christianity either.
Well, no, because it's like, oh, we'll take you on a trip to the Holy Land. If this is the American Pastor Guild, shouldn't you like take them to a trip to like Montana or something? You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God.
If I joined that, I'd be like, yeah, I want
the Western encounter with Islam. See that? Sorry, the 5 pillars. Ugh. You're done. You're done, Mr. Rob McCoy. But thanks for telling me that this is what you're doing.
So this just seems.
Tell us about this.
Sorry.
So this just seems like political propaganda pushed through Rob's new church.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just like, hate the brown guys, love the small hats, dance around in circles, pretend you're dumb, and do what Trump says.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Well, I'm just sort of looking at that. It's just like, what are you trying to tell me, man?
Okay. So right now I'm going to show this because this came up I posted this and somebody took it online and went away with it. But yeah, Get Crunked and Listen kind of saw this online and then we looked at it further.
Yeah.
This is TPUSA communities, and in those communities you got TPUSA Rise, TPUSA Families, TPUSA Young Political something.
Youth Political or Youth Politics?
Yeah, TPUSA Heroes. Wow, that's really beautiful, and that's great for your everyday life. Yeah, love it for you guys. And then we got also, this is TPUSA Rise here. They deleted this allegedly. This woman holding her baby. Look at her ring.
Both of them.
This is TPUSA stuff that Andrew Kovac and all these people are pushing. What is this? What in the heavens is this? That looks like a Masonic ring to me. Doesn't it?
Yep.
And you got.
And we already identified that cross and did a whole episode on it.
And you got like Andrew Wilson saying that he used to be a Freemason and he worked for TPUSA. Is everybody Freemasons over here? What's going on?
I bet you there's a lot of Freemasons that can open olive jars.
Gosh, baby.
Well, I'm just saying, man.
So they took this down after we posted it and people were like resharing it. I think they took it down. But this is Mr. Colvett talking about this new community.
Tell us about this new project we're working on.
Well, it's a pleasure to be back with you both. I appreciate you guys having me on. And, you know, today is a good day. We're launching TPSA Communities, which is an opportunity for everyday Americans to lead right where they live. You know, we've built, you know, the most massive, impactful student program in history, right? We have a lot of students who are graduating college and they still believe in the Turning Point mission. They still believe in what Charlie started so many years ago, and they want to stay involved. Communities answers that call through our Young Professionals program. You guys know this too. Post 9/10, we had a lot of people reach out to us saying, how can I get involved? And they were, you know, they were adults, they weren't students, and we didn't necessarily have a way to plug them in. Many of them were veterans and law enforcement officers who wanted to get involved and still serve their country, but in a different way. Communities answers that call through our Heroes program. Charlie was a big believer in minority communities. So many of us here at Turning Point still believe minority communities are worth saving. We answer that call through RISE. And lastly, we have our families program too, which again, parents, moms, dads, grandparents, you name it, they believe, and like I believe, that families are the backbone of this country. Communities answers that call with our Family and Families Initiative. So no matter what stage of life you're in, there is something for you in TPSA Communities, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to lead it.
Yeah, I mean, Blake had my back here because how many emails do we get all the time? Oh, tons. From people that aren't necessarily college students that like want to get involved and they want to plug in somewhere and they don't know how, or there wasn't a convenient place to put them. And now there is.
Yeah, we would get so many emails and they'll say, you know, I'm a graduate or even I'm middle-aged, but could I show up at the university chapters? And I would say like, okay, a lot of those events are open, but they are aimed at universities. You don't know exactly what to say. So it is good because so many people, Charlie started as a guy trying to speak to the youth, to students, but his message expanded so much. And so it's a very good thing that we can expand the Turning Point universe to accommodate how far
the Turning Point universe. Did he just say expand the Turning Point universe?
Hold on. Did he just become Thanos and he's looking for the Infinity Gauntlet? What the heck is going on here, bro?
Did he just say Turning Point universe? This is it, guys.
Turning Point universe, guys.
This is it. That's what they're trying to build here. It's going to be Turning Point. Everywhere universe. You look, there's going to be you got a turning point. You got a turning point everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. Everywhere.
See, if it wasn't,
it's going to be like a Dunkin' Donuts.
If it wasn't for all this Judeo-Christian crap that's spewing out of their mouths all the time, I could actually get behind a lot of Turning Point's values. Yeah. But when you add that one thing in, it twists everything. It mutates it.
Wait, is there somebody's? Is it Tornado Alley's birthday? I see birthday. Happy birthday.
I don't know. There's a couple things we've missed in there.
I see. It's your birthday today? Oh, we got to sing. We have to sing.
Do you want to take a quick pause, sing her happy birthday, and then go through some chats and stuff quick?
We could do that before we start. I only have a little bit left. I have like 2 or 3 more clips, and then.
Yeah, let's take a pause now and do it. And
then my goodness, happy birthday, first of all. And I'll try to do my best because my voice is kind of.
You have some. I brought you something to drink over there. You have some juice.
I did. But it's still sore. Oh my goodness, help us. Okay. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Oh my goodness, baby. That's a low key.
Happy birthday, Allie. And by the way, I seen the Queen gave you flowers today. Congrats on being reposted by Candace, Allie.
No way.
Oh, well, I know this stuff. You're busy on the stream.
I didn't even know that. Shut up. I've been deep down in my stuff. What did she repost on?
Oh, she commented on Ian Carroll laughing at Andrew Wilson, and then she reposted it.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Where is it? Send it to me in my I didn't even know this.
We already got it.
I haven't been in DMs.
It's okay. We got it. I got it. I
That's
reposted
amazing.
it. It's there. I found
That's
it. I went to
amazing.
Candace's wall and reposted it about an hour ago.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You see? You keep pushing. I told you, keep plugging in. You're gonna get that repost. Everybody saying happy birthday.
And stay out of the comments.
Yeah. Don't
Tornado Alley, stay out of the comments on your good posts. Just friendly advice from a brother to a sister who loves you. Stay out of the comments on your good posts.
Don't get involved with the other people going baby beep.
Yeah, they're going to try to start bringing negative attraction to your good posts, and that'll kill it in the algorithm. So just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Respond to
You're
the
done.
positive people.
You're done.
Exactly.
You're done.
You're done. There you go.
So, oh my God, I can't believe that she posted you. Congratulations. That's always feels so good. I'm so sorry I didn't see that because I've been loading this show for 4 or 5 hours. So actually I've been doing it since yesterday. I can't lie. I've been doing this for many hours.
All right. Can you zip up and do some of the chats quickly before we get into this? Because people left stuff 2 hours ago, and I'm hoping they're still here so they can hear us actually comment and respond.
I know. Nobody wants to talk about Korea.
What? Well, we do, but we look at facts.
Okay, hold on. Let me find it.
Just because some people left some comments and stuff
All
from 2 hours ago, baby. Look, that's from 10
We got
o'clock.
some jewels. We got some ruby jewels from Greenland. 200 jewels from Flow State Beanzo. 19
Beanzo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wisha, thank you so much, girl.
My
Can you
adopted
drop
bride.
the comments
Thank
off
you.
the stage? Oh my God, I put it up again.
I've been telling you all night. You're showing all these documents and stuff. Leave them down, babe.
I do apologize. And I put them up again as she's sending me.
Just leave them off, babe. It's not a stream for that.
Okay. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Annie.
Thank you,
5
Annie.
Alley Top File membership. I don't know who got them because it was a long time ago, but congratulations to the ones.
I don't even know if I can scroll
That's
back
okay.
and find it.
Congratulations to the ones that got it. It's okay, baby. You don't need to. I'm telling you, you don't need to look at it. It's fine.
Oh, you pulled on my headphone cord. It almost pulled it out of my ears.
Okay, well, I didn't know.
It's okay.
I just touched here.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Well, you're saying it, so I'm worrying about it now. Okay, so 2 jewels. Nathaniel PR. Did I say that right? 7908. 2 jewels. That's Silver Star. Thank you. Woo! I love pressing that button. Girl Friday on Tuesday. Love
Hey.
love you so much. Did you know that Build Up Korea has an office in the land of our friends overseas?
Of course it does.
Yep. I think I do know that. There's only so much I can show on one show, but I have all the LLCs and stuff. I just emailed you a video with the timestamp video of Kim talking about it. Can you check it out later? I definitely will.
Dang straight we will.
Definitely will.
Outstanding tip, girl. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I know that because Kim's gone there. That Mina Kim with Mr. Rob McCoyer.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So as we're gonna move on, I got just a couple more things to show. So I just want to show this. What's the matter? You want to say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just
Because
going to stretch. Sorry, I didn't mean to trip you out. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to stretch.
Okay.
The phrase. Now we get into the 3000s. Oh man.
I have to.
No, you have to. It's weird. We got to show it.
So there was a video that was posted by Rabbi Sham Mendez or something on September, I think 11th or 12th after Charlie passed. He talked about Charlie being the Abraham of our times. He also talked about how there was 3,000 people there. I did not know that the two, I'm just reading it how it's connected. But it could be nothing. But this rabbi is saying this in a video. I'm going to show you the video in a second. The phrase promised 3,000 years ago refers to the biblical concept of promised land in the Hebrew Bible, where the God covenant, the land, Canaan, to the Abraham and its descendants. Remember how Jack Hibbs would say, and all the nations, If Abraham, you guys remember that? I'm going to play that video in a second. So now we are going to show the video from September 11th of the rabbi talking about the number 3,000 and Abraham. And as you can see here, Abraham and 3,000 is in here. So let's watch it.
Charlie Kirk was the Abraham of our times. I know that people are going to say, Abraham, yes. What did Abraham do? He was one individual in a world where they were throwing their children into volcanoes, and he challenged everybody, come to my tent, let's talk. Judaism began on ideas. Judaism began on education. The whole world's religions, the basic religions, all came from conversation in a tent. Charlie Kirk never got angry at anybody. Abraham never got angry at anybody. Look what Abraham built. Now look at these 3,000 people. You just killed their main guy.
3,000
people. You see rioting in the streets? Do you see anybody going across America saying we're going to go, no justice, no peace? No. You know what they're all doing? They're all talking about how can we make America better? How can we become better? And that is the threat to the other side.
Charlie is the Abraham of our times. 3,000 people. How do you get like a number like that? First of all, 3,000 straight. And I think this is actually September 10th because it says manhunt underway. So I think this is actually the day of. How does this rabbi even know how many people were there? And why is it 3,000? Why can't it be 3,004, 3,008, 2,099? How does he know it's 3,000? Anyone? Like, I don't know what you guys all think of that, but that just blew my mind. He's the Abraham of our times. Manhunt underway. So that had to have been that day. Yeah, so I'm going to keep going, talking about that. Chris will have a lot to say about this one. Israel is 78 years young and 3,000 years old.
That's hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
That's a lie.
Happy 78th Independence Day, Israel.
That's a lie. Everybody, that's a lie.
It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Anyways, what's a lie is like, how did that rabbi know, babe?
I really want 2 birthdays. Can I have 2 birthdays? Can I have my 48th birthday, my 25th birthday, like every year? That's utterly ridiculous. 3,000 years old. Israel's not 3,000 years old. I even sent you a map of what that area looked like 3,000 years ago. Mm-hmm. It is not 3,000 years old. It's 78 years old.
Oh, somebody's looking for my email.
That was a joke. I laughed when I saw that.
I know you did.
It was a complete joke. You want to know what's crazy? You want to know what did exist 3,000 years ago? Israel didn't. Palestine did. Just saying. Just saying, guys.
Yep. I put my email in there. Somebody was asking for it. It is alleytopfiles@proton.me. Okay, so this is this. And yeah. Map of Israel's promised land. Oh, there's the 3,000 again. I mean, I didn't put it there. I'm just saying. Why did the UVU have 3,000 people? That's bizarre. I'm sorry. It's so bizarre.
See, and that's a lie there. The only country with a 3,000-year history that started in 1948. That's a lie. It doesn't have a 3,000-year history if it just started in 1948.
Exactly.
Right? Like, if you wanted to actually compare something remotely sort of similar to that, I've got something for you guys. It's crazy. How about Rome? It's actually been around, that city, for 2,600 years, 2,700 years, something like that.
And you shall be a blessing.
Oh, we got this. Yes, we got this. It's Genesis 12, babe. It's the important one.
Of course it is.
I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who curses you, And in you, all the families of the earth shall be blessed. God's word to Abram, later to become Abraham. Notice the verbiage: land, peoples, nation.
And blessing.
And blessing, being a blessing. That's what God says regarding Abraham and his descendants. Think of that.
So brainwashing.
God is, a small part, has done that with the nation of Israel and its people.
No, he hasn't.
Just look at your iPhone. It's Israeli. It's right. I mean, all the guts inside your technologies. It's Israeli guts.
So hold on.
It's
Israeli
got some other
guts.
label on
So
it.
hold on. Did you notice his segue?
Yeah.
He's talking about blessings on, and then he talks about a cell phone. Hold on. So are you trying to say Jesus granted us cell phones? I don't even understand
Puts
his.
the guts in here. The guts in our phones is from overseas.
So I guess that means we should worship our friends overseas then.
Yeah, because the guts are in our phones.
But because they gave us cell phones.
Yes.
In the last 40 years, so we should worship them.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, guys. I didn't even know this. Like I guess I gotta start Shabbat Shaloming tomorrow because I got a cell phone.
Oh
It's
my God.
utterly ridiculous, guys.
He needs something. He needs more than that. Like Renee.
Can we give these guys an olive jar? I want to run a test. I don't think they're real men.
Look at the guts in your phone.
Look at the pickles in the
Think about
pickle
that for a
jar.
moment. Nobel, as we mentioned on Wednesday, Nobel Prize winners, heavily, predominantly Jewish. And God's not even started yet.
Wow.
Because the Bible makes it very clear that through Israel, the entire earth will be blessed. How do we know? Because he made this promise to Abraham that God would give Abraham a great nation.
And what did they say? Charlie Kirk was the Abraham of our time.
Yeah, so they're lying.
Is this all coming to key right now as everything's happening right now?
Well, they're forcing it that way on purpose because there's a biblical timeline they're trying to make look real so that people worship Israel instead of Jesus.
True.
And that's completely wrong. Like if you look back, and we've covered this on other pastor Sundays, Abraham is supposed to be God. It's not supposed to be a physical place that you worship. There's nothing ever supposed to come between you and your relationship of God. Not a nation, not a state, not a political party, not money, and not another religion. You were supposed to be aware and defend against false idols. This is all what's been taught. And that's what these guys are.
And yeah, I saw that clip of Tucker saying that about the apple has a bite on it in the back of our phones. Yeah. You know, is that the Adam and Eve thing? Take a bite of the apple?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I don't know if Apple's got a connection like that, but that'd be interesting to look into for, some kicks one day.
Yeah. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, here.
And he says, do you therefore want me to release to you the king of the Jews? That's the word. It's still ringing tonight, spoken 2,000 years ago. Isn't it wild that all of the anti-Semitism that's going on in the world? I had somebody ask me yesterday, oh, so you're a pastor of a church? Yeah. What church is that? I said, and he said, oh, no, Candace Owen. Listen, I'm serious. The guy said Candace Owen. He said Candace Owen says that the Israeli government owns Calvary Chapel.
She's freaking right.
That's called accuracy.
Oh my goodness.
Accuracy.
She said that. I'd love to see the clip of that because whatever's going on down right now with this American Guild and this Judeo-Christian West, building the West, that's all you preach. That is all you preach under that rug. I don't know what's under there.
To be honest, I don't think she actually ever said those exact words.
No.
I could be wrong, but these guys love just to twist things. And it's like, it's just lies. Like, first of all, Judaism's the failure to come to Christ. We know that. So anything that is marked Judeo something, like Judeo-Christian, Judeo-Muslim, Judeo-Catholic, it's a fraud.
Yep.
It's a fraud.
Let's keep going.
I didn't know that.
I think you know it.
No, we actually just read our Bible from cover to cover.
No, you don't.
But you have to understand something. If there's no nation of Israel, then where's Jesus coming back to when he returns?
He's coming back to his loyal people.
If Jerusalem ceased to exist, then where's he going to put his throne? The Bible says he's going to put his throne in Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is where the people's hearts is.
Are you a Zionist?
Yes.
Well, God is.
No.
God's a Zionist. He says
he just called God a Zionist.
That's heresy, man.
Good Lord.
He's going to establish his throne forever in Mount Zion. Zion's in Jerusalem. So are you admitting it? Yes. Yes, it's in the Bible, folks. Now, some of you are like, I can't say that. I can't believe he just said that. You guys, the great king is coming back to a kingdom, and it's not only a kingdom that is eternal. We'll talk more about that in a moment and where it is, but it's also going to be the place where he returns to establish his earthly kingdom. In other words, you know how politics is all messed up? When Christ returns, he's going to do 1,000 years of perfect politics. You know how you've been grumbling and griping about politics?
That means Turning Point will be completely wiped out if it's going to be perfect politics. Like, that's utterly ridiculous. So crazy. Basically, when, God comes back, he returns to the nation of where his followers are. That can be anywhere. What he doesn't tell you is that Abraham is God. Israel is supposed to be in your heart.
Yeah.
And this is what they don't tell you. They tell you it's a physical place because they want you to worship a physical place. But if you do that, then you're letting that interfere with your relationship with God. God does not want a middleman. He wants direct relationship with you. He doesn't want a middleman through a state or through a country. He wants that intimate, deep, personal relationship with you. And that does not involve anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's going to take all of your excuses away when he establishes his rule and his reign. It's going to be awesome. That's going to be a good day. Boy, we need that now. Too bad it didn't say that he started it in California, that he'd come back. We need help.
So, yeah, so that's that clip.
And I just also like to add something else. The reason why Israel is mentioned so much in the Bible, this is my opinion and my interpretation of the scripture, is because they've fallen the farthest from Christ.
Mm-hmm.
They are the ones who betrayed Jesus to the Romans and had him killed.
Yeah.
Jesus knows they are the most fallen, they are the most lost, and they will need the most help to come to Christ. After all, they killed him.
That's what they put on his head when they put him on the cross, King of the Jews, as like a slap in the face.
As a joke.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
he's saying, King of the Jews. That was how he started his whole sermon there.
Exactly. So I think if a son killed his father and the father came back, he'd be like, you want to know what? I think I got to teach these young boys some real good lessons because it didn't work out very well for me the first time. Just saying, guys.
Yes, Christ is king.
It's so easy to see through the manipulation here, guys. And it's so obvious when they only read one half of the Bible and they just derive everything from the Old Testament.
That's why Candace is right.
And then they just sprinkle the name of Christ randomly in scriptures.
Is he right, babe?
Well,
is she right?
Well, of course she's right. Like,
if she said it, yeah.
Like, we've already proven when Ali showed Pastor Rob McCoy's new faith setup, it's defending and fighting for Judeo-Christian values. That's not Christian. That's not Catholic.
Mm-mm.
There's not a single country on this side of the world that was founded on Judeo-Christian values. None of them were. So don't tell us that you're our way to salvation. That's
powerful nations in the world.
Oh, this is the video that you had. You want to lead us up to it?
I love this video, and this reminds us what we mean to them.
Yeah.
So you hear what Jack says. Now, this guy doesn't lie.
No.
This is what we all mean to our friends overseas. This is our worth to them, guys.
Buckle up. Here we go. Because this is what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to actually take over the whole entire United States.
It's happening right now.
Ready?
Right now as we speak.
Buckle up. Yeah, because the military is already combined, and then what's going to happen next. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Here we go.
Powerful nations in the world have to go down to their knees.
Whoa.
That's what happened to Egypt. That's what's going to happen to America. That's what's going to happen to Germany. That's what's going to happen to France. That's what's going to happen to London. England's going to happen to Poland. That's what's going to happen to Russia. That's what's going to happen to China. That's what's going to happen to North Korea. They're all going to go down to their knees and all see Hashem.
What the heck?
But as long as they keep helping us, they'll get a bracha. And they're not going to go down on their knees. They're going to get a little more time. You guys want more time? I don't want more time.
He wants to do it now.
He wants to do it right now.
So you understand, when I hear they're friends with us, they're just perpetuating more of this status quo. They're all going to go down. They're all going to go down to their knees, especially the Western ones. The Zohar says that they're going to go down hard for how they treated us over the last 2,000 years. For the destruction of the Second Temple and how they treated us, Hashem's going to take them down hard.
So you see how they blame the entire world because they didn't know how to act properly from 2,000 years ago? Do you guys see this? It's psychotic. It's utterly psychotic. They've got a 2,000-year blood feud attached to every one of these Zionists, and they hate us all. They want to destroy us all. They're using us all. They're manipulating us all.
This is a rabbi, guys.
And they don't care if we all die. We are expendable assets, all of us.
It's crazy.
We don't matter to these people.
It's kind of like someone says, because this is kind of frightening. How he said that, U.S. is going to go down to their knees.
And
Poland's going to go down to their knees.
Well, my part is like, should we give them a breather? Only if you be nice to us and play along, we'll give you a breather. He's like, do I really want to do it? No.
What do you want me to call him? What's his name, babe?
If he comes near our place, assassinated, like I don't know. Allegedly, maybe, sorry, possibly. I apologize. Don't kill me, YouTube
America's
algorithm.
the new Rome, BB. Yes, I saw that video. I have that video somewhere of BB saying that.
That's
BB told her.
disgusting.
Yep, I seen that.
That's disgusting.
I have it here.
Do you know why he's saying that? Do you guys know why he said that?
Who, BB?
Do you know why he said America is the new Rome? Because he's not thinking about the Rome at the turn of the century at 2000. He's saying America is the Rome of the year 1400. Do you know what Rome was like? Do you know what Rome was like in that year? Crumbling, destroyed, failing, falling apart, and being conquered from outside and within.
See if I can play it in my story.
That is the Rome I believe he's referring to.
And I have that video she's talking about. I'll play it in a second. Do I have anything else? So this is an interesting video. Yeah. Good find, babe. Yeah. So now.
Powerful nations in the world
Let's listen to it one more time.
to go down to their knees. That's what happened to Egypt. That's what's going to happen to America. That's what's going to happen to Germany. That's what's going to happen to France. That's what's going to happen to London. England's going to happen to Poland. That's what's going to happen to Russia. That's what's going to happen to China. That's what's going to happen to North Korea. They're all going to go down to their knees and all see Hashem.
Okay.
But as long as they keep helping us, they'll get a bracha. And they're not going to go down on their knees. They're going to get a little more time. You guys want more time? I don't want more time. So you understand, when I hear they're friends with us, they're just perpetuating more of this status quo. They're all going to go down. They're all going to go down to their knees, especially the Western ones. The Zohar says that they're going to go down hard for how they treated us over the last 2,000 years, for the destruction of the Second Temple and how they treated us. Hashem's going to take them down hard.
Okay. This one.
With a great tragedy for the Jewish people. Well, we lost that. We have to win the next one. But the new Rome, the United States, Jews against Rome. What you try to do is you want to corral your victim, but in fact, your countries are the victim. So you dehumanize a group of people in human society, and you prepare them for the kill, for the butchery.
You can stay here in New York in a declining empire, or you can come to Israel, which is part of the rising empire. Beginning already in Q1, hedge funds get set up in Israel so we can become a capital of finance.
Stopped playing defense and have moved to offense.
The weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well.
But we need the kind of genius that manufactured Apollo gold pagers and infiltrated Hezbollah for over a decade to prepare for this battle.
But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media.
Because the next war will be decided based on how Israel perform online as much as offline.
This is the eighth front, the disinformation campaign.
It is actually this eighth front where our enemies believe they can actually defeat the Jewish state.
This is the kind of ingenuity and inventiveness that have always been a hallmark of the state of Israel, that have always been a characteristic of the Jewish people. I know we can do it.
A lot of this is done with money.
Invested billions and billions of dollars in the information battlefield.
Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster.
Jews control financial, political, or media institutions.
You're damn right we're going to cancel them and deplatform them.
We monitor them online, social media, messaging apps, video games, cryptocurrency, podcasts, short form video, Wikipedia, LLMs, people, and we share the intelligence with the FBI.
You think your stupid little podcast is going to change the world? Like hell it is.
Social media. This is the new battlefield. I want to taper off.
What do you think about that?
Within the next 10
Hold
years.
on. I got to remove that now. Did it stop? Hold on. I apologize. Just give me one moment.
Just hit the volume on it, babe.
There. Sorry about that, everybody. So sorry about that. What'd you guys think of that?
Yeah. That's our situation, guys.
Did he say it's Jews against Rome?
No, I believe there was actually two things. And now that I actually heard it, I think they're comparing the United States as the Rome that is falling, and they are the new Rome, which is rising. I could have been wrong, but I feel like that's what he's trying to say.
It's very scary. Very scary. Yes, it's very scary, everybody. So this is our show for tonight. I have a show tomorrow. It's going to be all about Glenn Beck and the crying game. It's going to be great. I hope you tune in tomorrow. Yeah, so this is it for today. I won't be sleeping tonight either. All these countries, we need to, guys, if you have any tips and you find anything about,
People have sent stuff already.
Greenland, Ukraine, Poland, anything that ties into this timeline, just send it to me, alleytopfiles@proton.me. I really appreciate everybody here tonight and keep talking about his digital footprint. Okay, his last moments from the 4th to the 10th to the onwards to the 11th, because Macron's involved a little bit, allegedly. So thank you so much, everybody.
Did you want to show anything else, or that's it?
That's it.
Okay. Sorry, Scotty. We'll get to that other stuff on a different time. It just doesn't really go with the show tonight. Apologies, sir.
Is it a funny clip? Yeah.
I showed it to you. I was trying to give it to you early, but you said we already had a lot for this show, which is totally cool.
Yes, it was a long show, but I can play it now if you have it handy.
Just post it on X, babe.
Okay.
I guess it's
I can play it the next one. But yeah, this was a long show. It's more about, all his involvement with all these countries before his demise. So keep speaking, keep fighting for the truth, everybody.
Oh, and before you log off, just double check your Buy Me a Coffee, since I seen Scotty put that up there.
I always forget to put that in the banner. I apologize, everybody, but
I also just want you to see if you have anything in there. Because it's been a while since you checked. You have no idea if somebody's put something in there, right?
I think someone did.
Well, that's why
I think somebody did.
That's why
I'm still new to this Buy Me a Coffee, everybody. I don't really... I have to log in. I don't remember. Okay, I have to do that after. But I think somebody did. I will share that on my next live.
Hold on. I can do it.
What?
I can do it.
Can do what?
I can go in.
Oh. Okay. Maybe let me try my phone. Let me try my phone. So, yeah, I do have the little thing in the icon in the side, the left side.
So
I see it.
Are you doing it or?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So you have Jules B420 bought you 5 coffees. No need to thank me. Thank you. XOXOXO from Jules.
Oh, I got it now.
You got it? So
yeah,
you
I got
can read
it
it?
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Jules B. Thule bought 5 coffees. Jules B bought 5 coffees. Scotty, I think I showed that one before. Scotty got me some too. And I said, power. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Done with Fed Slop and Jules B. Thank you so much. I'm new to this coffee stuff. I love coffee. So just so you know, that's my favorite thing. Ask Chris.
Jesus knows Allie needs coffee. So thank you for being messengers of the real, true God, everybody.
I always drink it like maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. So thank you, Scotty. Thank you. Like, you are amazing, Scotty. Did I press the wrong one? Oh, I pressed the wrong one.
It's okay. You can stop it.
I pressed the wrong one. Sorry, I got that one on repeat. Thank you so much, Scotty. And Renee, thank you so much for the 1999 super chat for tonight. Thank you. I hope it wasn't like too much information and it's like rattling your brain, but
it's stuff that nobody's talked about ever. So,
yeah.
You know, Candace might have skimmed some of it on her details. Maybe Baron skimmed a couple things. Maybe no one's done what we're doing here. And
it's a lot.
It's a lot, and it's important. These things may help us understand what led to Charlie's passing. And the more we look into it, the less it looks like it was even an American that did it, let alone some American transferry leftist. Like, it doesn't even look like it was an American anymore.
What is the officials doing anyways? You know, if somebody goes missing, what do? You go look at the last place they were at. So these things need to be investigated. All these countries that he's been talking to, you know, collaborating with, there was some shady stuff when he came back. He's trying to get this pastor out of jail. So we got to just keep going. And yes, I have one more. I forgot to read that one. Keep going and checking all these countries: Greenland, Ukraine, France, you know. Also, you became a member. Thank you so much, Renee.
Thank you, Renee. You're a sweetheart.
Probably do a member live on Tuesday. I want to pick a day where it'd be a good time to do a members every weekly. I'm just trying to find a day because everybody's live all the time.
We just got to pick a day and not care about when other people go live.
Yeah.
Like we try to be respectful for all the other creators. So we just wait until we find out no one's going live and then we go live.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just start doing it, because that's what we did the last month and the month before. We didn't care. We just went live every single day. We didn't care about the time. We didn't care about what other people were doing. Yeah. We try to be respectful though, but
I'm always running late, and I do apologize that to you guys. I really do. I really apologize it because I'm loading the show and I don't have a team. It's just me and Chris. So it's very hard to get all this stuff together. Baron's going live on Tuesday. Okay, so maybe I'll do Wednesday. Wednesday's a good time to
why don't we just do one tomorrow night?
Because I'm doing the show tomorrow on Glenn Beck.
No, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I could do Wednesdays. How about Wednesdays? Maybe Wednesdays. All right, everybody. That's our show for tonight. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you tomorrow. It'll be some funny laughs in there. And remember to be nice to everybody. There's so much division going on right now.
Love each other,
yeah.
respect each other,
Yes.
help each other.
Help each other.
And it doesn't matter if you're right, left, black, white, short, tall.
Yeah.
We're all people.
Yes.
We're all just people.
Keep fighting for Charlie Kirk, and Christ is King. Say Jesus' name. And I love you all. My Flamingo Mafias, I love you all. Thank you so much for all your help and sticking through this with me, because this was a long one. So till next time, I'll see you tomorrow, 4 o'clock, I think, Eastern. Good night, everyone. Love you.
Ciao.